Oh, guard's here. Hi, guard.
Yeah, the mic was
I
so
thought it was
weird. I didn't
Nesson.
even realize it was guard.
I know. I thought it was Nesson
well,
still in his car.
That's what I was trying to tell him. It sounds awful.
Sometimes it'll choose the fucking webcam microphone because the computer thinks it fucking knows better than I do.
It did the same thing.
Now you sound normal.
Yeah. They're like, well, actually, you should use this one. How about you do your fucking job and listen to me there, computer? Huh? How's that fucking sound? Sir, I think that this webcam will make a far better microphone for you. How about you mind your P's and Q's there, machine, before I fucking put you out in the yard?
You're not my real mom.
I have thumbs. You do not. Do not test me, machine.
I know who AI is killing first. When his computer becomes self-aware.
Oh,
What do you
those
think about
days of choosing fucking your weird Google searches. Victory is mine. Let's see. Show.
Dude, I just popped the fuck out of my spine, and I can't decide if it feels good or bad.
Sonic, I cannot stand your fucking choices you make in life.
I'm not even looking, and I already have a feeling.
Every time.
Do you want to see the full picture?
No, I do not. I do not want to see the full picture. You fucking deviant.
Yes, you do.
Do you want to see the entire? So, hold on. Do a quick little thumbnail here. Like, oh, pull you this way. I can't. There we go.
Not me saying please and thank you to Alexa, so she doesn't turn me into a meat puppet first.
Oh, I would pay to get that Snapchat.
Shut up. I'm fucking Sonic, and I'm so funny.
I mean, I'm the funniest guy I know, so.
You are not funny. Okay, so we have a new player today, don't we?
We do indeed.
Why is Moonin glowing?
Why isn't he glowing?
What am I looking for?
Apparently Moonin's pregnant. You're glowing. I know.
Moonin's pregnant now.
That's it. The Dean's Revenge. That's it. Your character's pregnant. No. Nessons, what's your character's name? Kellyan?
Yes.
Your icon is a gondola?
Very temporary placeholder. I'm trying to figure out how to change it now. For another temporary placeholder.
My character is a well-armed gondola. Tank hatch?
Apparently it sounds like you're speaking through... Yeah.
What do you mean do a tank hatch?
Oh, and launch that.
Properties.
Hold on to your butts. Someone's jamming their thumb in.
How about now, chat? If it's better
Cody
now?
has just activated a wallet shaker mule potion. Give my man a savior token.
How about now, chat? Is this better? Why does my computer think, you know what? I'll make your microphone all your webcam. Like, who the fuck do you think you are, computer? Who the fuck do you think you are making my choices for me, machine? All right. So apparently there's So apparently Kellyan has a free savior token.
Ooh, okay.
They're already simping for Nessence.
Cody wants you to live at least 2 sessions. Yeah.
Hey, I might not die immediately. Well, I might, but I might die twice.
Challenge accepted.
Silly sausage.
First season
At level 4, it's gonna be a little tough, dude.
Look, bro.
That's gonna be a fucking.
He's got to earn his way. All right, he's got to earn his way up. He's just a little silly guy. He's a little silly little Milton guy. Cody has a silly sausage.
Yes.
Pardon. Excuse me.
That's me, by the way. Who said that? That is me.
Goodness.
Kenny
Let me know
Beaver's
if y'all can hear me munching. I'll mute myself.
Apparently, my message of saying our bikers retarded is blowing up on X. That's great, I guess.
Well, because they are fucking retarded.
I was like, are bikers just fucking retarded? And that tweet's like, I'm like, really? This is the one that takes off? Not all my ads for my fucking book series? Okay. That works, I guess. I went like, you know what? I'll experiment. I'll promote a tweet, and that didn't do dick. Meanwhile, are bikers retarded? God damn it! Okay. Let's see here.
Oh my god. Yeah, I could use one of my little abyssal dudes.
All right. So last game, you guys arrived in Lunari Wharf, and you guys saw the issue awaiting you in Lunari Wharf. So more or less, we're gonna start off with Birch and Moonin and Rue and Hummel. Now, you guys, I believe, have your ship parked how far away from the docks themselves?
I believe your guy said like 20 hours out.
Okay.
Something like
was
that,
8.
yeah.
20, 21 hours. He could see it with his
Special little spotter scope.
yeah.
Yep. So, you guys, but I forget, did you guys stop or not stop? Are you guys still sailing forward?
I think we stopped.
Okay. I was pretty sure y'all stopped to like collect your thoughts as you saw the naval vessel starting in the distance. So you guys are currently stopped, and you guys got the information from your little scout guy, your little lookout in the crow's nest. So what is your plan going forward then?
Well, I think we talked about it before the game.
Yeah, I'd have. Hummel's gonna go up to Moon and Rue. I have a bit of. He's gonna
Heads
walk
up,
over to him.
Chucklefox, big boy.
I have
coming
a
through.
bit of an idea about what we
Tom
can
has
do.
just activated an eyebrow
How about
laser
we get
mule
our
potion.
mercenaries
Rat lore,
from the
where
warehouse
vixen
and
nest
we
hidden in the
bring
grain
them to the
sends out
ship
some rats
via
to find
this
a
ship
rat ring. The
via
Veil
teleportation
still has to
circle?
return back to the kingdom or confirm
Do we
it's
know
been
if they even
destroyed.
still work for us, given Rook's gone?
Hummel makes a face. I would really hope so. And he kind of just tightens his grip on the all pike. For her sake.
Well, if nothing else, we can shoot them a message and figure out what's going on.
Well-
The only issue then would be that we need to make ourselves a teleport circle, and well, we don't even know exactly if this ship is 100% secure.
What if we have? Well, if we have more, if we have more, reinforcements on our side, we're able to deal with whatever shenanigans are happening here.
Rat Ring Kingdom? What? Well, if nothing else, we can at least let them know what's going on and see if maybe they can come to help us. We might be able to even get a message out to Veil Rider Command and maybe get some air support as well.
That would be pretty useful.
Yeah, getting some Veil Riders to come back with us, I'd say would be a huge boon.
The only issue is we are quite far. Well, no, we're not actually that far from the battle lines now that I think about it. It's only about a day and a half, so 2 days.
You guys see me that question?
Well,
I'm asking the party that question.
Okay.
I'm in character, yeah.
I think we're about 20 hours out, but what I believe the deckhand said. But to get a couple Veil Rider troops, I mean, Moon can throw up that teleport circle. We can run back to that warehouse, grab some people, come on back, and kind of make our boarding party a hell of a lot bigger.
True, and those maids did seem particularly capable.
Capable or not, they could pull a trigger and take a bullet for us.
True. In that case,
Right.
do we want to clear the boat and make sure that it's secure before we make our teleport circle?
We need a flat area.
Just do it in the
Probably in the
captain's
hold
quarters.
or in one of the quarters, yeah. I guess with that, Moonin will start drawing a circle.
Okay.
Well, no, we should clear it first before we put the password in place. we have to remember that we're not 100% sure we are alone on this ship aside from the slaves. We need to make sure that this is secure so that they don't get our password.
Oh, we don't have time. But I get it. I think the right, we don't end up getting our passwords, but I feel like if we have more forces on our side. Speaking of, even if they aren't hired anymore, I do have more money left over to hire them again.
True. In that case, let's get to clearing the boat before we make our circle. I'm still kind of on that. We should make sure this boat is clear before we go putting sensitive information out there.
Okay. All right. Do you,
So
I'll
your
get rid of
goal is to try and clear the boat
How
of
it's
any
going.
hostile influence?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Make sure that it's nowhere on board, that we are safe in creating this teleport circle without being, compromised.
Okay, so I need Birch and Moonin and Rue and Hamlet all investigation and brain power, please. If you have it. If not, just roll brain power.
Brain power. It's off to a great start. Is there any chance I could also use my nose to try and sniff for anything a little odd?
Where is it, Fido? Where is it, boy?
If you want, but that'd be perception and cunning.
Okie dokie.
Howell puts a leash on Rue non-sexually and walks him around like a hound dog.
I'm going to fucking bite you, Hummel.
I like how you
Non-sexually.
said non-sexually.
Clarifying. Just to take the ring back for a new rat ring user can be chosen for Rat Damon's Kingdom as the intention guard. Also, just make option fun from anyone that would want to stop
Stand
some
by,
rat
I got
ninjas.
13 moving pieces revolving around me like a fucking madness miasma. Lord Kalar, 47 months. Thank you for showing up and subscribing for all that time. Appreciate it. 47 months. Jesus. There's a lot of old heads in here. I always get kind of like fucking blasted by the fact it's like 47 months. What the fuck? That's like 4 years.
4 years.
Yeah. Like,
yeah.
Jesus. Okay, so Tom, I rolled for that ring. I got a 7. So for the rat ring with a 7, you ain't gonna find it. And the rat ring is still just in the ether, unfortunately. Well, I'm doing the roll here in a minute. Now I got to roll for something else here. Let's go. Now I believe we went into all those. Let's go with team 1 here. Complications.
Uh-oh.
Team 2. Only slight complications. Team 3. Complications. This is a very fortified place. So this does make a little bit of sense to me. Going at Jesus Christ. I'm rolling live on air.
Holy shit.
I'm rolling live on air. You can't yell at me. I'm rolling live on air. You can't yell at me. There you go.
Okay, there.
Of course, Team 5 is good to go. Jesus Christ.
Is this in our favor or out of our favor?
Well,
or is this for something related to rats?
I'm assuming this is for the merfolk.
No, the thing's completely out of your control. So Team 1 is going to be fucking blocked. Team 2 is on difficulties. Team 3 and 4 are blocked. Team 5 is fucking in it. Jesus Christ. Okay.
They locked the fuck in.
yeah, I know. I got a DM. Team 5, LMA. I'm like, I know. Like, all the subtle teams are like getting fucking cocked, like getting cucked. There's Team 5 like, murder kill. Like, of course you guys got in. Fuck me. So that's something, I guess. Also, it's by far your most least rounded out fucking plan. Okay.
You know what's sad, Guard?
What's up?
The fact that I know how to change my profile picture more than I know how to level up my character.
Right, is the only thing you've actually practiced enough on how to do. It's great. Super fantastic. Before I level up, I have 37 million meme images on standby, ready to go.
I'm walking Nessence through how to change his profile pictures.
Dude, fucking eyes closed, like fucking hacker man.
I'm trying, but my Chrome is being stupid.
Ooh, that's weird. I use
That's-
Chrome.
That's your first problem, using Chrome and not fucking glorious furry Firefox or some shit.
God,
Yeah, you're
you're not
probably
beating
right.
Bro,
accusations.
some guy says, "Hey, what do you use?" I use Firefox. He went, huh? Like, shut the fuck up.
You are a furry, though.
It's not
What the
I know.
fuck?
Drop
funny.
on green.
It's not funny.
I'm a half furry. I'm not really.
Yeah,
Let's be honest, it's pretty funny.
I'm not furry. I'm just Greek. All right, I'm just a hairy guy.
I just fuck them.
I'm not a furry. I just fuck the females. Okay, it's different.
Different.
Also, the Kratos versus Pit. Like little meme.
What?
He goes to like kill Paulina because they're a god. Paulina's like, "No, Kratos, what could I ever do? I'll just beguile you." And he's like, "I'm for you." Stares at Pit. "I'm Greek.
Oh,
Give me your butthole." It was. Man.
I'm Greek. Give me your
Man.
butthole. Words actually said through history.
fucking pederasty. Wow.
Sorry, guys. It's very dry here today. Okay. So, you guys go around your ship, and you're looking, and you're looking. And Rue, you're sniffing, you're smelling. All right. And the thing is, despite the disappearances of a few of the slaves / your crew, you guys don't smell or see anything. You go through the entire area you guys want to secure. You look around, and nothing's out of the ordinary.
Okay. In
Okay,
that case, we should. Oh, go ahead.
Hypothetically speaking, what if they threw off the slaves that were bad? Like, that wouldn't like us?
I mean, chance, I suppose.
Now, this is a teleportation circle,
literally.
correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, and we should probably make it somewhere private, like in one of the quarters or something like that.
Do you think a teleportation circle could fit in a small boat?
I think
Just
that'd
stolen
be too
boat.
small.
A small one would, but wouldn't be much use to you, really.
Okay.
You need one for the full team.
Full team.
Moonin, do you want to go through the circle when you're done setting it up? So, or do you want to send Rue? You guys are both the negotiators. Oh, the negotiator.
I think when it works, it has to be Moonin.
Yeah, I do too. Because you've got the radio and you can call in support and say, we're taking the big one. We need people who can drive boat. Do you think these slaves could drive? No, that's mechanical.
No, they absolutely cannot.
There's gonna be no way these deckhands are operating that piece of machinery.
I can't stop. Slow down, Private. For the boat.
Right into the wharf.
Great distraction.
Beach that bitch.
I could be
Just stay
really.
logged in the bird force.
This could be the civilian in me speaking. I have no idea how to start a ship, and that's, I think, going to be our first issue. But if I remember correctly, isn't it just a throttle and a wheel on a big ass boat like that?
No.
Smaller speedboats, yeah.
Speedboat, sure. But even then, there's multiple other things to take into account.
Oh, that was
Such as, like, what all the fucking gauges mean.
Oh, right, I forgot that Birch is a fucking boat autist, isn't he?
Yeah, Birch loves
that was
boats.
that was
apparently.
Sonic. That was Sonic's.
Birch could probably actually drive the boat. He just did. Nobody else could. Birch is gonna know what the gauges mean. He's just not gonna actually understand how to use them properly. They'll tell you what they fucking mean, though.
So,
So
real quick, your goal is to make a circle on the boat, correct? A teleportation circle.
Mhm.
Okay.
On our current boat.
For the
Yes.
for the services of what?
Bringing the hopefully still on our side maid mercenary mercs through, and we're gonna have them reinforce us.
also, any local Veil Riders, maybe?
Yes, get in
That
contact
area?
with local Veriders. Try and get some air cover to try and harass the front lines and
Air cover / troop support to come through the teleport circle.
So
Plus any additional gear.
Are one of you going to go through the circle?
Moonin. He's got a radio.
Well, I'm the caster too. I think I have to, don't I?
And you can send someone through. Like if you just energize the circle, you can send someone sailing through it.
But don't I have to be on the return side too?
Yeah.
Return
You
side?
get us through, but
I
not back.
mean, yeah. So
In the back.
So, like, say you don't go through, and there's no caster on the other side, you would simply set a time and then wait, and after some amount of time, you'd fucking energize that circle and wait.
Oh, so I can't open it from this end. Okay.
Yeah, but you also have the radio and all of the means to actually get that. Whereas Birch is the impromptu leader of the gang because a Veil Rider said so. Birch does not know how Veil Rider operates. For the most part. He's a hired gun.
No.
So,
Do you want to
Birch,
send
no,
Root
no.
too? Because he's the Moxie character.
I can talk to him at the very least.
okay.
Well, somebody could go fetch Veil Riders, and then somebody could get the maids to want to come through.
So your goal is to send someone through the circle on the boat over to Blinco. I think Blinco, or is that Old Stop?
I would like to say
Where your warehouse is.
Blenco.
I thought it was Salisbury.
Where our warehouse is, yes.
Yeah, because Blingo's just where we parked the truck.
Okay, so your warehouse is
Yeah.
So your warehouse is in Salisbury. Salisbury steak. So warehouse. But your goal is to send someone over to Salisbury to your warehouse and either gain Veil Riders or gain the maids to assist you in your attempt to do whatever it's going to be with this boat.
Mm-hmm.
Or both.
Game Mage and maybe Veil Riders.
But before we try a risky teleport, maybe we should check with the merfolk, see if there's any Yamato forces in the area.
That could help too, yeah. If we can get the Yamato in on it as well, that'd be even better.
Because teleportation has risk to it. And the way Guard's speaking, I don't like that.
I like how you talk,
He's
bearded
using
man.
Yeah, I mean, ideally, if teleportation magic is risky, we could definitely try to gather the local forces. But calling in that air support would be definitely ideal.
And having those maids would be peak. Marin taught me that.
Peak.
I
No
wonder what he's
security.
doing.
Ohio.
That would be gold with the socks.
Hold on, I'm gonna go ahead.
Birch's boss, if that's what Birch wants.
Yeah, let's go ahead and try to call in some local forces before, like you said, we do a risky teleport.
But are you
But
guys?
if we can't muster up anything, are you willing to take that shot?
Are you guys gonna make the circle regardless, or no?
We should make the circle. I really think, at this point in time, I know there's risks in teleportation, but there's risks in what we're doing. And, I mean, I think teleportation versus taking on an entire human-made ship that's made of steel, I think teleportation is the lesser risk. Worst comes, we get separated and we scrub the mission.
High risk, high reward. It definitely is. I'm tempted to not send Moonin through, because if something does go wrong, we can't fix it. Whereas Moon is still on this side, he could. Moon, is there anything you could do if teleport goes south?
No. If teleport goes south, person gets teleported elsewhere.
What are the odds of that happening?
Depends. If teleport's interrupted, 100%. Chuck one has already had it happen.
Yes. Would there be any chance there's local magic interference for that kind of thing? Because I'm assuming there's a reason Veil Riders haven't been teleporting in behind enemy lines. And sure. I know it's not because Veil Riders can't get in here, because there's Veil Riders in here. There's got to be Yamato mages.
If you've read the second book, you would know.
I'm waiting for you to finish the first book.
Yeah, same here. I'm waiting for you to finish the update guide.
I've been listening since the beginning.
Aha!
Is there
See? Moon, go ahead.
is there a way to detect magical interference?
You can try, but it works a lot like sonar, to where if you ping them, you might get pinged back. It's kind of like walking up someone's door and going knock knock to see if they're home. If no one's home, it's like knock knock and all right. But if someone goes knock knock and they are home, and they look at that fucking door and go, who the fuck's knocking on my door? They might look through a peephole at you.
We do the teleporter. Likely they're gonna know.
Teleporter coming up.
Morning, how long does it take you to get that together? Like to activate. If circle's gone, like done, what does it take to activate?
Hold on, I gotta bring up the spell.
He's spelling.
Also,
Look
chat,
out,
I am fully
Great.
aware that I called the new spell jacking. I get it. It's on purpose. Don't worry. So more or less with the circle spell, more or less when he's ready, he activates it, just and it goes off. You know, he spins the HP, lets it set up. It's not been fucked with. You know, you kind of go, okay, good to go. You know, cut yourself and you get the blood going and you cast it. Boom.
Well, if that's the case, I'd say it might be best used to go ahead and get that circle prepped, leave it uninterrupted. And
Okay, so
because
I
if
need.
we think it's possible that they can either A, detect us, B, have interference with it, we could use it as a last case measure. So, we roll in, and then things start to go south, or maybe we just do that last minute, but it'd be pretty terrible to be down a team member the moment shit hits the fan.
And remember, it does take like 1 minute, which is pretty fast, relatively for spellcasting.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was a minute cast time.
Yeah, but in terms of like getting ready for anything else, nothing really get ready or prepare. It's just you gotta you just cast the spell. You know.
I'll spend the 25 HP to draw the circle out.
Okay. So as you're drawing the circle out, you know, you're doing it in where in one of the cabins.
Probably the captain's quarters, I think he said.
Captain's quarters. Okay.
Hey, just so you guys know, a tornado watch was issued for my area, so if I zone out for a while, it's because I'm watching the weather. And then I'll
Oh,
let
yeah,
you know
you'll
if
be
something
fine.
happens.
It moved to you. It hit me like 5 hours ago. It's moving fast as fuck.
By the way,
Oh, I know.
if
It
you have an
hit us soon.
impending death twister coming towards you, just say I gotta go and then leave. Don't like.
I will. I just mean if I zone out for a second, it's because I'm
Mr.
keeping an eye on the
GM,
weather.
I gotta go. There's death heading my direction. Do you mind?
Yeah, don't pull him.
like
Don't pull on
like-
me and wait for the tornado sirens to go off.
waits for like
Well-
an opportune time to cut in, dies. No.
Like, oh hey, I gotta go. There's tornado sirens going on, and they've been going on for like the past 30 minutes,
I
and
didn't
everything's
wanna
shaking.
interrupt.
So I probably gotta
Mittens
go.
dies.
I love you, man. By the
Oh no,
way.
I'm gonna be the autist standing outside taking pictures of it.
I'm gonna be the
Or
one
shooting
firing
at it.
bullets at it.
Hell
No,
yeah.
that
Shoot
was
at it.
Garbro wrecking a shotgun. I'll take you that with me, Tornado. This is my house.
Kill
Under
the
my
tornado.
rights. All right, so you're gonna do it in the captain's quarters. No, not 56. Good lord. Gonna be 16 plus 5. So as you're kind of, creating this circle for teleporting, one of the slaves walks in with a small pitcher of watered down wine and a
Could we
small
not be
snack for
standing
you.
guard stopping that?
If you guys want to, it's not going to change anything.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, what were you saying?
So more or less,
Well, I figured we were like.
Go ahead.
Well, I figured we were like making it off limits. Probably should state things.
Yeah,
forward.
Hummel's keeping watch over the door. He's guarding the door. He's just got the all pike across
Yes.
his chest. looking intimidating.
Okay, yeah, but yeah. So slaves walking up with water.
Yep, so a male brim touched is walking towards you, and he has a platter they usually carry things around with. It's got a pitcher of water on it and some snacks, dried fruit, fresh fruit, some vegetables, ranch dip. You know, the usual snacky things that fucking casters like to snack on. It's high in iron.
All right. I mean, I see no reason to just turn him away. Sure, sure, we'll take the snacks, I guess. Just like from the door, he's not coming into the room and seeing us cast the teleportation circle.
Well, you're not casting it, you're just writing it down, right?
Yeah, we're just setting up the circle.
Gotcha.
Oh.
So explain to me exactly what you do.
What, with the food or the circle?
With the slave.
Ah, okay. Well, since Hommel's guarding the door, I'm guessing Hommel's letting us know that the slave has come with food.
Right, yeah. He lets he like knocks the door with the back of the all pike and says, "The people, slaves approaching. What do you wish?"
Okay. We'll step over.
He doesn't
Was
say
that?
slaves. He's
Well,
like
we're
crew.
not needed to be interrupted at this point, so let's go ahead and just see what he has and probably turn him away.
Right, we'll do. What's up? How you doing? Which person is this?
This is a male brim touched. And he just goes,
Hey.
I just figured you guys have been quite busy doing your whatever that you're doing on this boat, and I figured you'd want some snacks.
Homo has a Vietnam flashback to Beck, right?
Heck yeah.
What's the Feck? And he's like of him denying the fish, and this existential crisis comes over him, or plays across his face as he's like, guys, they're offering us snacks and drinks. I Yeah, well, they're doing very busy work in there. I'll take them though, and I'll give them to him. I appreciate it. And Homo puts a guilder in his hand.
He goes, okay.
I appreciate you. Like Homo puts a hand on his shoulder. I appreciate you. Okay, like
Mammoth Spider-Man with a fucking spear.
I appreciate you. He's just like, okay.
There it is.
So,
not the gif I was looking for.
So you have the platter of snacks and the watered down wine in your hands. What do you do?
Homo like looking at him like takes a bite of the snack like and gives him a thumbs up.
He's just kind of standing there staring at you like,
order him to go back to work. Rue kind of whispers through the door.
Yeah, I appreciate that. What time of day is it?
Afternoon, I guess.
Oh, there's some fish left over in the kitchen if you guys want to get started on a meal for yourselves or something like that. I know you probably just ate our fish fry meal, but if like you want to do anything with the rest of that fish, you can.
He's like, okay, I guess I'll let the others know. That's fine, I suppose. Now, he kind of goes a step away. What do you do?
I eat the food, the snacks. I'm like, these are some, and I keep every time if he glances at me, I give him a thumbs up as I'm eating the snacks. Like, how do the snacks taste?
You don't open the door at all. So you don't share the snacks. You're just sitting there bogarting a fucking snack tray.
No, because I don't want them seeing inside what they're doing. How big is the gap between the door and the floor?
Not that big. It's gonna be watertight. It's a boat.
Just slowly shoves it through the gap, and it's all smushed on the other side.
Hang on, let me
spills the wine down.
So
let me method act.
So
gap.
You guys want some snacks?
Let me method act.
I put an orange in my mouth.
I'll be alright.
So while you're eating the snacks, give me cunning. Actually,
Okay.
no, hold on. Give me a moxie because you don't have any fucking social skills.
Oh, it's literally autistic. I love that.
Give me Moxie because you're fucking
Holy
autistic.
shit! That autistic Riz!
So I'm gonna kill you.
So you watch as this Brim Touch kind of walks away and he kind of looks over his shoulder at you, and you're like fucking mouthful of broccoli sticks and shit. He's like, and he gives a look like this, and he seems quite annoyed at you, and you see him glance towards the door, but then he finally walks off, and you realizes you're just gonna sit in front of the fucking door and eat all the snacks. So
Oh!
so he looks quite annoyed, and then kind of trudges off.
Oh no, wait! No, hang on, buddy, hang on. They're busy right now. They don't want any snacks. They have they have trail mix. They're eating trail mix right now.
Trail mix.
I mean, I can save these for here. Let me put them over here, and Hummel puts them on like. Well, he looks for a table, doesn't find one, and just sets them on a nearby barrel. Good. I'm not gonna eat them anymore. They're gonna get them. Okay, I promise. You're doing good. You're doing perfect. What's your name?
It's just because you're like he's like motherfucker, you know, like he's being cock blocked by this giant fucking spider. He's like, oh, I'm yummy, like. He goes, I'm Brodney.
Brodney. Nice to meet you, Brodney.
He goes, uh-huh. This kind of like turns around and kind of walks down the ship. Walks down into the ship. Okay, so Brodney. So you guys complete your circle. You have it all drawn out, you know. And it's in the captain's quarters. So about how many peoples wide do you make this thing? Like one person wide, two peoples wide?
Probably to make it like at least fit like 4 people through it, maybe more.
Moonin?
If he wants 4 people, I'll make it 4 people wide.
I mean, it can't be too big.
Yeah, we got the limitations of the quarters and whatever furniture's in there, but yeah.
Okay, so you guys,
Like,
so you guys have your circle. Is that a bunch of rocks in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me?
In that case, do we want to talk to the merfolk first and see if they can get some Yamato on our help, or do we want to just use this now?
yeah.
Because something tells me the moment we use this, they're gonna know.
Brute, why don't you go ahead and get a hold of our fishy friends down there?
I don't speak fish. I don't speak blub.
That's racist. Hummel says.
I am racist.
That felt racially charged. Oh. What you want, blub?
Who just responds, I am racist. Get over it. Anyway.
Only half fish.
I just picture the gnoll barking at the water.
That's so stupid. Fuck you guys. All right. So who's gonna go talk to the fucking fish?
I guess Moonin, since he can cast language.
Okay. So
you don't speak blub.
Like this dog barks at fish.
This just in. Dog barks at fish.
What's popping my bubbler? That's definitely a fucking word. That felt racially charged.
I'm using that now, bubbler.
So, Moonin, you go down to the water's edge, however you want to. Do you want to go on the? You want to like fly down to the smaller boat, or do you want to like?
Yeah, I'll fly down to the speedboat.
You fly down, and as your shadow kind of glides over the water, as soon as you land, a single merman kind of pops in, and he goes, "Yes."
Hello.
Hello?
How's Merfolk doing today?
We okay, I suppose. Just kind of waiting for you guys to arrive.
Moonin has a question.
Yes.
Is there Veil Rider Yamato in area?
Bill Rider Yamato. I'm sure if we look long enough, we'll find some, but I don't know if they'll be here. are you just seeking aid in any regard, or?
Yes, seeking aid to assault the ship.
I see. Well, we can definitely try to help you in finding whatever aid you can. Are you seeking mostly Yamatu, or are you open to any aid?
Any aid. It's just Moonin assumed Mumatu would be in water.
We have seen some strange people going by the shore. They appear to be wearing some kind of cleaning uniform. And there was also a few, I don't know if what you would call them, militants. I know those on the wharf call them terrorists, but there were a few of these rapscallions walking about. I'm sure we can see if any of them have skills pertinent to this situation.
By terrorist, does merfolk mean hostile to Fae?
I would say so, yes. They seem to only really attack Southern Elf and Fae forces in their towns. Allegedly, so we hear there's a bit of oopsie daisies where maybe the explosives are a bit too big and they tend to take out more civilians than they do military targets. But, you know, that's kind of the way of war, I guess, nowadays, isn't it?
Moonin understands. Moonin would be grateful if merfolk could get Chuck one in contact with them.
We will see what we can do. About how quickly do you think you need this assistance?
As soon as possible, but
Would you say it's like a rush order, like as soon as soon?
Don't risk anything, but as soon as safely possible.
Okay. Be able to see what we can do.
Thanks.
This guy goes under the water like a fucking serial killer.
And Moonin will fly back up.
Okay. So you have asked for aid. You have made your circle. What else is on your team agenda?
To start with, I think I would like to pass out some healing items to the rest of the party. Make sure everybody's stocked up.
What healing
Yes.
items?
Let's see.
Trauma kits.
I have hauled on board with me 7 trauma kits. Let's see. I'll say 1 to each party member. Let's see. That's... God, I'm bad with numbers. Why am I bad with numbers right now? I should know how many people are in my party. What am I
47
doing?
trauma kits.
There's 4 of us.
47, 85, 32.
11.
Okay, so that'll take me down 3 trauma kits. In that case, I'll say... Nah, I should keep the bulk of them just in case. So that'll take me down to 4, so each of you now has 1 trauma kit on top of whatever you already have. I'll say...
Not to mention the rings.
Yeah, thank you for reminding me. I could swear that I passed those out already, but 1 dodging to each of the other 3 members of the party, leaving me with 2, because, well, I just got 1 extra, I guess.
What does it do?
It adds AP, or not AP, fucking DR.
How much?
I think it adds +1. Let me double check that. Should have it. Here.
Doing sound effects.
What I got add?
So local SPP, it's not quite D&D. This is the Veil Rider RPG. It's as if D&D was less annoying and more fun.
You know the anime Gate? You know Gate? It's Gate, but American written better.
Yeah.
Thank you. I was better be fucking positive on that fucking statement. It's like Gate and Stolen. You motherfucker!
Yeah, it looks like I don't have the dodge ring on me just yet. So in that case, let me double check what that does in the book.
But yeah, so local. This is a game that I wrote with the help of Potato Pirate and a few other folks. And yeah, this is D&D without the ND. Get it because it's guns.
No dungeons.
Nebula discharge. No one. Okay, fine. Tough crowd. Tough crowd.
No dungeons. Just I don't know. Pain.
No dungeons. Only bad dragons.
A lot of dead
Oh.
pets.
A lot of dead pets. No dragons. Dead pets.
1,300
Man,
dead horses.
recipe Buttercup.
You killed my horsey boy with a fucking Wendigo.
Look,
Totally didn't join because
sometimes you
drop
gotta
out
break
green.
a few horses. They meant to make a Wendigo. Okay, this is how it is.
Sometimes you just gotta create. Sometimes you gotta annihilate a satyr or two.
I'm a
Atomize,
little
sorry.
salty that Chalk Dust never found that mask. Oh well. All right. So yeah. So each of you now has one dodging ring. That adds +1 DR. Okay, and that should be +2 DR on me because I guess technically right now I'm just wearing 2. Let's see. Then I will hand off one of the wriggle slaps to let's see. Since it sounds like Moon's going to be running a lot of solo ops, I'll hand it over to Moonin. Do you already have a wriggle slap?
Yeah, Moonin has a wriggle slap, so don't worry about him.
In that case,
Forgot about
Hummel's
old
a-
Slinky.
Hummel's a
Loves light.
bigger target, so I'll hand one of the wriggle slaps plus to Hummel.
Okay.
With
So
one of those.
what's the pretend I'm not watching the weather right now. What's that thing that you just gave me?
The wriggle slap is basically a sentient bandage. If you slap it on a wound, it will suck at the wound and heal. Oh god, what does the plus do? Let me double check. Wriggle.
Just send me a
I think-
screenshot of the item.
I think it does the effect of a potion.
There we go. Wriggle
Usually I
slaps,
would do
wriggle
my-
slaps plus. Cornhole this bitch. Let's see.
Also,
18 seconds. Having all bleeding damage. 10 HP per 6 seconds for 18 seconds. So that'll be a total of 30 HP regained from the wriggle slaps plus.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, plus 30 HP right next to that,
Just fucking
and I'll
like,
look up to it.
just covered in
Yeah,
living
everybody's
slugs.
getting one of those, I assume.
Was that?
Who's all getting the wriggle slap?
I gave one to Hummel. I'm keeping one on me because I can't heal myself after casting my healing spells. I'm not able to heal myself with my healing spells. So I need something that's going to keep me topped up.
God dang. Lightning. Sorry, lightning. Keep going.
Okay. And I will hand one strong health pot to each of you as well, leaving me with 2 of those left.
One strong health pot.
Yes. That is 3d12 plus 20 for 4 AP.
Health pot. 3d12 plus 20. 4 AP. Cool.
And I've got 6 AFAX, so I will hand 1 to each of you, leaving me with 3 of those.
You're such a fucking hoarder, dude.
I know, right? I gotta offset sometimes. Gotta make sure I'm not killing myself.
1 AFAX? What's that do?
AFAC is 1d8 plus med fizz, 1 AP, 3 uses each.
Just
So-
put that in chat. I didn't catch all that.
Okay.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to keep a close eye on the weather too, and I haven't
Yeah,
gotten
you're
to
trying
think-
not to die. It's okay, man.
Yeah. Thank you.
So,
And then what does
there's
that ring do? One more.
Plus 1
The
DR.
dodging ring is plus 1 DR.
I want that unless you only have one of them.
No, they gave me like 5 of them.
Oh, okay.
I got them at the Yeah.
Card, can you put the dodging ring on me
Yeah,
and that little
Good lord.
that
Hold on to
BDSM
your
belt?
butts.
Everyone's
Someone's
shirtless
jamming their thumb in.
Ashen has just
Right,
activated
and
a
that
wallet
should
shaker
be
mule potion.
all in that
Trader
case.
tracker ring is found
And
in
while
one
we're
random
at it,
player's
I'm gonna
pocket.
find myself a nice
The ring
comfy
gives +2 to
corner, I
investigation
think,
and pulls the
and
wearer
hit
toward
that
the closest
stargazer. For
person
how
that
long
has
should I
retrieved
be
their
on that
text.
stargazer guard?
Minor curse.
You're asking me that
Wearing the
question?
ring makes the wearer
Yes. Because it seems like the amount of time that I've spent on the stargazer is varied each time I've done it, and I want to make sure that I've got a concrete number of how long I should be under.
How long do you want me under? I mean, of course, the longer you want me under, the more dose you gotta take, and the more addictive it'll be.
Well, no, I'm just taking the one dose, and the last time I took it, it seemed like I was on it for like 8 hours straight, and the time before that, it seemed like it took like 20 minutes. So
Look, sometimes it hits
it's such
different,
a wide
yeah.
expanse of time. I want to make sure.
What's the minimum time they want me under for?
The minimum time, I'll say half an hour at minimum. I want to make sure that I can respond to threats.
All right, you're gonna respond to threats. Okay, so half hour. You're gonna be fucking stargazing through the fucking void and trying to see the future, are we?
Yes, I am trying to see the future. The dog is trying to witness the telling of fate.
Just tweaking out in the ground.
Yeah?
That's all I see you doing.
Oh, look, he's chasing things in his dream.
I appreciate it.
Fucking broken out in the fucking ground. Okay. So hold on. So Maru is taking Moongazer, which is gonna be its own fucking problem.
Yep.
I'm gonna go ahead and go in order. So Hummel, while Rue's gonna be getting hype as gourd on drugs, what are you gonna do?
Hummel is going to continue, kind of just shooting the shit with some of the slaves. And like checking his explosives and stuff.
Okay. Snake, how about you?
Well, Birch's guns are clean. Not that it mattered. I can't have one.
Look at that.
Humble
flex.
brag. Thank you.
Yeah, humble brag. Yeah.
Going through his ammo, he's gotten dodge ring, trauma kit, strong health, and an AFAC. Before the game started, I already talked to everybody and got a rundown of everybody's equipment. Birch is gonna ask Hommel if he has any like just loose explosives, like grenades or anything that Birch can get a hold of.
Oh yeah, plenty. Yeah, I have.
That
I
are, like,
have.
just
I
kinda
can make
prime
it.
and, like, throw.
Wait. I got this. Follow me. And he leads Birch to the kitchen. And he starts like going through the cabinets and like pulling out jars and cans, and he's got like a kid in a candy store as he starts putting together
You're in the
improvised
kitchen?
grenades per.
Hold on.
Yeah.
You're in the kitchen. Birch and Hummel, investigation, brain power.
Oh. I don't have any investigation because I am very smart. I'm a killing machine. I'm like a
Fuck
pit.
that.
I'm a pit. Social
Holy
skills.
shit.
I'm a pit bull. Holy shit! Oh, chat.
Roll again.
Wait. Oh, that's kind of
Double
bad.
nat 20'd.
That's kind of bad that I'm burning all these rolls here.
You double nat 20'd.
Into a 1. Okay.
Mm.
So the roll of 49. You look left. You look right. I was in Hummel DM. Fuck it. Because you don't have the skill, but like I can't say like you don't understand anything. I want to send you the thought you feel.
Alright, the thought I feel. Okay.
We're feeling thoughts.
Emotions with Hummel.
Do-do-do-do. This is what comes to your mind. Intor. You have feelings?
Hummel pauses. Hummel reaches for, like, he reaches for a cabinet and he's like getting a can out and he looks down at the knife rack and he's like, Birch, shouldn't there be more knives for a kitchen this size?
I think so, actually.
I'm counting a lot of rolls of D10. 7, like, at least 7 missing places. There's like empty racks. Way more than 7. I got a shake of the head. Birch, something's going on here, and I don't know how I feel about it. I really think we should just get our people now, so we have even more protection. You know what? I think we should assert our authority. You think we should search their rooms, their quarters?
Could be.
Guard. Sorry, Birch.
You go ahead. Make those explosives. I'll take care of this.
Are there like panels? I know how ships have like not double holes, but they have places that aren't accessible. Are there's those on the ship, right?
All ships got them, brother.
Okay, boys, and by boys I mean Birch. I think they're hiding in the walls. Whatever this is take. Is there an access hatch in the kitchen?
I think there's
I love how I got high and then everybody immediately left the room that I was in. That's great.
Well,
I
later,
don't
buddy.
know. Don't get high on the ship, bud.
I will ask, where are you getting high on the ship?
God. I would want to do it in the most secure place possible because he understands he's been through this before. He's gotten high and people have left him all alone. So he's going to... Is there maybe like a closet in the captain's quarters?
Yeah,
There's also
sure.
the crew's quarters.
Getting high in the
Crew's
closet.
quarter, the guest quarters that I was in.
Maybe one day I'll come out.
Am I able to get into the closet and then maybe like lock it inside?
Lock from the inside? I mean, no. But you can get into the closet and be more secure.
I'm only gonna fucking stab you. I am not that fucking Pikachu.
Ruin the closet.
But on the ground.
On the
So
ground.
here's how I'm gonna do this. I'm going to get into the closet. I'm gonna kind of shuffle myself behind something so that I'm not in clear view. Then I'm going to have one of my lightning daggers in one hand and my stormlighter in the other, and I'm gonna hit my fucking stargazer. I'm gonna keep the door closed.
I'm gonna boof my vape as hard as I can while holding two weapons in my hands. Hell yeah, brother. Hold that vape my fucking elbows. Whoop. Okay, so you're in the closet, hitting your fucking your fucking boof creator. Birch,
You're in the closet by himself at a party.
Birch, you're going off to investigate the slaves, you said, or their rooms?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm calling them all up.
Before Birch does that, I have one more thing. I had asked you, are there any panels to the inside of the ship, like the back rooms of the ship inside the kitchen?
The kitchen, no.
Okay. Anywhere? What about the rooms like directly next to the kitchen on either side?
Not really.
The galley.
No. It'd be more down in the crew quarters, warehouse, not warehouse.
The hold?
Hold cargo area. Maybe down the cargo area. Maybe in auxiliary cargo areas, storerooms. That's more where they're going to be.
Okay, cool. Noted. And there's no storerooms near the kitchen.
No.
Okay, cool. All right, go on.
All right, but a quick pause on what Snake's gonna be doing. I'm gonna go to Moonin real quick. So Moonin, everyone's moving about. Rue is somewhere. So Moonin, for you, what are you gonna be doing on your own, or things you want to achieve or objectives?
There are two tasks Moonin would do. One is to pray for she who hide for what's coming, and then mess around on the radio, listen for gossip or just anything.
Okay, go give me that buzz ear check. Now watch Hummel. I said do a thing, and he knows what that thing is. He's gonna do it without asking me how to do it.
I know how to do checks. It just takes me a second. My mouse is too sensitive.
Your mouth is too sensitive? What?
Mouse.
Oh, mouse.
My mouse.
It takes me
I
a
have to,
while.
like, click
My
these little
mouth
tiny
is too sensitive. What?
You put me on the spot. I rolled low.
Okay, so
I rolled low, rolls a 21.
I mean, he has a base 13. You know, 13.
Yeah, I know,
plus
right?
6. Actually, that'd be plus 19. But see here, but it's not really a great roll. So you pick up chatter about more or less what you heard last time. How everyone is moving to the north northwest, you know, kind of responding to this kind of aggressive push on the line. And you hear about how there are more and more emboldened partisan attacks on towns. They're finding tanks vandalized. They're finding vehicles vandalized, stuff from their troopers missing, tires going flat. So there's very clearly a bit of a kerfuffle with rather rowdy locals in the area. And it goes all the way from, you know, Aberthune to just straight up towards fucking Skirvin, where it's just, you know, the locals are feeling more and more emboldened by the presence of the Veil Riders being within such close, you know, war distance. They feel like they can actually act out and press their ire upon their oppressors. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, no, this is good news.
Okay. Now, do you try and interact with them, or you just listen?
Right now, just listen, because I know if I transmit, I'm going to be picked up.
Okay. So
I don't want somebody beacon out in the water.
Yeah. So you just listening. You just coming in to the radio station hearing all kinds of chatter. And that's mostly what you hear. That's all what you really hear. It's mostly a lot of activity around the area. You also hear, pray tell, of a sudden engagement in Lenari Wharf. All the soldiers are chatter about, you know, a really cool military wedding because apparently some important captain's daughter had a sudden burst of romantic viability and convinced her paramour to marry her. So it's kind of a pretty big deal in Lenari Wharf. Such a big deal that the father felt compelled to travel all the way north on quick orders to go see his little baby girl get married.
We should set the wedding on fire.
No, actually, the wedding's probably a good cover to get in there.
Oh. I wanted to set her dress on fire. Watch her run around.
Leave to the closet. We set it on fire. Ah, fucking eyes all wide up. Burn a newly wedded couple. Like, very on brand for Rue while he's high. Yes, that's definitely something. Anything else, Moonin?
Like I said, the only other thing would be to attempt to pray to She Hides.
Okay. So you're praying. So Moonin's praying. Rue is tweaking. Hummel is searching and bombing. But Birch, what are you doing? What's your plan here?
Where's the nearest, like, slave?
I mean, you called for them all to be on the deck, so if you call for them, they're all going to come on the deck.
Alright. I need all slaves on deck right now.
All the slaves, you know, kind of gather. They're not slow, but they're not fast about it. They kind of arrange themselves in a small gaggle in front of you.
How many are there?
In a second. Let's see here. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Two of y'all are missing.
So one of the male Oni goes, well, we figured they just, you know, may have, like, they didn't say anything about it or anything. They just kind of left and all their stuff was gone. Well, stuff, you know, what little we did have. And we figured they may have just made a run for it.
I had a run for it. Overboard.
I mean,
middle.
We all know how to
the,
swim. Like,
lake here.
Well, we don't know. We weren't exactly watching him. We were sleeping.
Guard, how far away are we from the coast?
You guys said you wanted to stay close to the coast, correct?
Well, I thought we moved further out after we picked up the gang.
Depends on what you guys wanted, really. I mean, not a problem one way or the other, because these are also coast vessels. So I just need to know where y'all want to be.
I mean, we're probably like a mile from the coast at this point.
The slaves kind of shrug, like they're like, I don't know what to tell you. This is our best guess here, because nothing else really made sense. Because we're on a boat, and people just don't go missing on a boat unless they go over the side, you know, and they took their things with them. So we kind of just drew the shortest conclusion that we had. So, yeah.
And you just failed to bring this up to any of us.
To be fair, no one's ever cared before, and they always just bought more of us. So we just figured, well, that you guys don't do roll call. So we figured we didn't want to do roll call that you didn't care.
Well, you assumed wrong. There's also another matter at hand. There is a bit of kitchen equipment that is no longer in its proper place. Would any of you happen to know about that?
So the clips kind of look around and go, not really. We all take turns in the kitchen. We rotate kitchen crews through the day. To be honest, none of that stuff is ours. So if things were missing, we figured you took it. Because I guess you own the boat now. So we didn't really question it. I mean, I know you're new to this and everything, but we don't really ask questions because we're slaves.
All right. So I'm gonna just lay it out. There is knives missing from the kitchen. There was a suspicious area downstairs which seemed to have been spotlessly and perfectly cleaned.
Well, it is our job to clean the boat, sir.
It happened to smell like blood.
And then he kind of looks around, like, and everyone's like, oh, you know, like I don't know what to tell you, sir. I don't know.
Do I feel like he's lying?
You can give me. Let's see. You have any fucking social skills? Let's see here.
I have a shit ton of social skills, dude. I mean, you don't have sense motive as a skill, but
sense motive. You can, if you want, you can do either a vibe check or you can try, just a pure moxie roll and see what turns up. Up to you, really. You could do both. You could do one. Doesn't matter to me.
We'll do a moxie check first.
Okay. I mean, they look like nervous slaves to you, like, and it does make sense to you that slaves wouldn't generally just bring shit up or ask questions. Like, if people have been trained to obey, they don't really like self-thought's not real big on the slave training programs.
Right. I seem to have made a mistake in my initial assessment of how y'all would behave once sort of turned loose. So, from now on, we're going to be doing a roll call every 4 hours.
They just kind of stare at you. Like, yes. You on deck, he said. Snake.
Now,
Snake,
I would like to go through. Hello?
Were you talking that entire time or no?
I kind of cut out. I just stopped talking for like a second.
I don't know.
Just gathering my thoughts.
I got you. So anyway, so you say what to him after that statement?
All right. So we're going to go ahead and go through everyone's personal belongings. Are there any hidden compartments on the ship that I should know about? Or, is there just any hidden compartments on the ship that I'm unaware of? That you all would be aware of?
A male brim touch, the one named Brodney, that you don't know of yet, steps forward and says, I can show you where all the smuggling points are. I mean, all ships have them.
Go ahead. The rest of you back to work.
He goes, okay. And he kind of takes you down, and he shows you the 4 hidey holes in the main cargo bay for smuggling contraband. He shows you the 4 stash points in the ship's store holds, which again is used for smuggling things like bottles of wine, kegs of beer, clothing, gold, silver, illicit items, things of that nature, But he shows you about 10 places total, and they're all in very clever little places. And he goes, you can remember them by usually there will be a blonde piece of wood sliver kind of near the wall to help the crew identify. Well, a new crew for sure, let you know where the hidey holes are. But yes, if you just look for the blonde wood sliver, you'll find the hole. Yes.
Guard, was there anything inside of any of these?
No, the ship is empty. So there's no contraband. You like poke your head inside of them and kind of look around.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna look through them.
Yeah, so you look through them and you don't find anything. You tell they've been used in the past to smuggle contraband and like scrapes of beer kegs, or trying to get some stolen gold from A to B. There's some dust here and there, but you don't really see anything inside there. They're all empty. That is evident.
All right. Longwood slip, she said. Is there anything others?
Other slivers?
Yeah, any other hidey holes?
Oh, hidey holes. Yes. I mean, these are the ones that I know about. I'm sure there may be more that maybe a previous. Sometimes you have to go through and do little knock cchecks all through the ship and see if there are any hidden ones. I have heard of like honey holes where a captain will hide a portion or share of income so the crew can't find it in case of a what do they call it when a ship crew will rise up and throw the captain overboard? A mutiny. A mutiny. If there's a mutiny, he'll have a way to get back some, save his revenue and hire some ticket. But if you wish, I can take myself and a few of the other cleaners and knock around the ship and see what we can find.
I'd like to go ahead and just go through everyone's personal effects first. Although, as I say that, I realize you guys wouldn't be hiding anything where I'd be able to get to it. Who's been on the ship the longest?
No one really. We've been the crew of this boat for about, I would say, 7 months. We're quite new to this ship. The last crew was killed by I believe you call them Yamato.
All right. So I'm gonna level with you. Okay. Some of the slaves here have been taking potential weapons and hiding them. Now, it could be that the people who went overboard, supposedly, had taken them as some sort of a means of protection. But just to be on the safe side, let's go ahead and get everybody rounded up. Start looking through them hidey holes, as you so said. All the let's do all the knock checks. All right.
We can definitely do that. But I do think your idea is apt. Knowing what we know about the Yamato and merfolk sinking boats they just don't like, I could see why they may take a knife with them when they, when or if or whatever they did. Go, like, say they do go overboard, it would make sense to take a knife with them because they've killed a lot of slaves. I've noticed that you've been talking to them. Or is that a pre-established arrangement? I've never known the fish folk to really parlay with any land-dwelling person.
Well, this seems to be some sort of exception we got going on.
Is it like, are you working in tandem to sink more ships? Like, what exactly is the plan with these people, because I'm not going to lie, they do make me quite nervous knowing some of the things they've done in the past, recent past. Especially to the crews. There've been rumors of them using the bodies of slaves to play with the undersea animals. It's just, are you sure you trust them?
You guys should be nervous. The warriors. Alright. They will kill. Especially any slave who would decide to put our objective here at risk by going overboard and perhaps spilling the beans.
I like how Bert sounds like an old like creepy mountain man. Oh, they'll kill him. They love killing slaves. Fucking like, oh them merfolk. They love killing.
I'm actually gonna do a bit of an intimidate check with that.
Now intimidate in the intention to what?
Prevent anybody from going overboard because maybe the merman will just eat them.
Sure, roll intimidation.
As that already said, as I was already kind of going with.
Yes. Go ahead and give me a roll to see how it Hello, chum. Jesus. What's that? You can't swim well. Get fucking baited by a goddamn mermaid.
28.
So Brodney goes, he kind of looks down at your chest. He goes, would the sir like me to express this information to the rest of the crew?
As a matter of fact, how about you tell him while all of us go and look around the ship? How's that sound?
I will let the other crew members know that the water may not be as safe as some may think. Would that please you?
Yeah. There's a few dozen of them down there. They've been swimming a long while, so I'm sure they're nice and hungry.
Grandpa trying to scare his fucking grandson. They're down there, and they're hungry for boy meat. Ah! Jesus. So the slave goes, yes, I will go warn them. Why is Burst a scary uncle? You got Rue, the uncle getting high in the closet. Come on, you kids can watch TV. Have fun. Just passes out in the.
Have your iPad. Have your fucking Dorito shit. Whatever. I'm
on,
gonna get high in the closet. Don't bother me.
Go watch your skibbity toilets up in your mom's closet, huffing her socks and getting high. Oh, he's the coolest uncle ever.
What is like Hummel making explosives in the basement?
You got druggy uncle. You got fucking autistic garage man uncle. You got cool uncle with like a motorcycle who like. He's in like that cool retro shit, and then you have the scary uncle. Been to prison for a long time, and he got out recently. He has like face tattoos and shit. He says cryptic shit all the time.
But I like to imagine that you're making Sonic's like little like icon face there, like looking down at this because he's the slave short, so it's just like the Patrick Star face.
Bert is like decently tall too. I think he's like over 6 foot.
You're just like, I want you to tell them when they're hungry. You're just fucking staring at him.
I'm so glad I wrote it in.
He's got like the demon eyes too. He's got like black irises and like big red, like they're like oversized pupils and just bright red.
This is a great fucking mental image. Just like it's just this. They're down there. They're hungry for you. She's like, I'm in a room alone with this guy. Oh shit. I have no weapon. I'm in front of this mad person.
This mad person who blew up my master.
So there are worse things than slave masters. Oh my god, where'd this creature come from? Yeah. That's definitely the vibe that Brodney's getting off a fucking Birch for sure.
He was like, we are under new management and it's not inherently better.
Exactly. More like new management. Oh shit. Okay, so after you completely do your best madman performance and scare the fuck out of the slave, okay.
Fucking good.
Like, oh god, my friends are dead as fuck.
Just I don't know why that phrase. They're hungry down there. I don't know why it's so funny to me. They're on the boat. They're hungry.
They've been
Because you're imagining Patrick Starr saying it. You're imagining that picture of Patrick Starr looming over this small fucking elf man.
That is not how I wanted my character to be perceived whatsoever.
I don't want to be creepy Patrick Starr. No. I hope Nessa's
supposed to go intimidating, less creepy.
Oh, I'm well aware.
All right. So while you're scaring the shit out of the fucking slave, Hummel, you're down in the basement making bombs. You're the weird autistic garage uncle. You see, Timmy, a pipe bomb really comes into play with the fuse. And it's like looking around all the fucking saltpeter. Like this uncle might be on a watch list. So, watch list uncle, what are you doing down in the basement?
Hummel.
Hummel.
Did the tornado kill Hummel?
No, I'm alive. I'm sorry. I walked away from my
Hey,
PC for a second. I was talking.
You hear a faint, I'm sorry.
I don't think Hummel's in Kansas anymore.
No. Yeah, I was telling my mom everything was we're good pretty much. What's up? What are we doing?
So Hummel,
Am I here?
You missed so much, my friend.
While
No, I heard the Patrick Starr stuff. It's just I had to take my headphones off for a second.
Say out loud in front of your mom. Honey, why are you laughing?
I have wireless headphones.
So
I had my headphones around my neck.
So Birch, so while Birch is scaring the fuck out of Brodney, Hummel, you're making bombs, correct?
Yes, and I know what I need to roll. I need to roll a demolitions plus brain power, but the only thing about it, because I do know my abilities, I just rarely use them. The only thing about it is, is it one charge of C4 per grenade or
Yes.
one stick of one charge?
One
Okay.
charge, yes, because you're forming
And
the explosive, the main accelerant of the fucking bomb itself. So if you put a whole stick of C4 in a single grenade, that'd be honestly kind of fucking awesome.
I figured we're not gonna have another Stater Crater incident. This will go poop.
Stater Crater. I fucking hate that name so much.
Hee-haw, pipe bomb.
Hee-hoo,
Full
pipe
stick.
bomb.
Full brick of C4 in the pipe.
You use an entire brick, yes.
Hee-hoo, fuck you.
So I make 5 grenades
Now,
for Birch.
Well, real quick, is that an improvised explosive or a bundle bomb? Or just your
That is a grenade. Improvised explosive, yeah, improvised explosive.
Got you. So you're making a grenade like improvised explosive. Just so I know.
Yes, I'm gonna make him 5.
Just so I know, you're doing like a fuse, or you're gonna try and use like actual grenade parts to it.
Grenade, like it's like a stick grenade. I want it to behave like a stick grenade.
Gotcha. So a fuse.
Fuse, yeah.
Well, there's a fuse and then like a fuse. You know.
Oh yeah. Fuse, not wick.
Fuse. It's raining outside. The bomb. You see fucking Sugi going, fucking Hummel. God damn it! Try to get the fucking thing lit. I was sorry. I was at a proper fuse. It's like it's raining outside. Just fucking Birch like. Try to get the fucking thing lit. Fucking Hummel.
Oh, Hummel, while you're making explosives, did you want to do that decoy we talked about for the sonar?
Yes. Hummel's also gonna make a bunch of firecrackers. Underwater.
Another roll for that.
Okay.
And,
I forgot to roll.
No, when you say when you say firecracker, you mean like a firecracker or like a firecracker, like a fucking stick of TNT or like an actual fucking firecracker?
I am wasting all of my natural 20s tonight.
That's 4 so far.
Oh shit.
So the grenades, you get them made, they will do. But these firecrackers, what do you want?
I want them to go like how do I really long so that they last for like a second so they can skirmill the sonar for like a while.
How many?
Like maybe like 120, like those like 120 things of firecrackers that just go like those
to scare the ghosts. Yeah, no, but...
Yeah, like I want to make like three of those. So basically, I could do basic math.
Pingatu says
360 firecrackers.
Okay. So Pingatu says, what's Crater Incident, Monka S? That's a long story.
I used an entire brick of C4 and by accident, like it was actually by accident. And no, it really was. And I read it wrong. So I basically just annihilated a satyr when I was just trying to lightly blow them up.
It was a satyr and her 2 horses and like her little cart that she was like hauling around trees with.
Vaporized.
Fair, though, don't leave out the fact she was a terrorist.
Look,
she was a terrorist.
Potato, potato. Y'all didn't know that.
And East Gate to the bridge or the base.
She ran away from Chalk 1, ran over Komoko, and then Hummel's like, well, this needs to be taken care of. And the sap aided in the explosion because of a mule, so it created this enormous explosion.
Yeah, she was going to use the sap to make the Veil Riders horny.
Yes.
Enormous.
That's early Chalk 1 if you want to catch up to it on YouTube, the VODs.
Yes.
That's the early Chalk 1. Like the early days, like 2 years ago. Okay, so you make...
It really was like 2 years ago.
Yeah, it was. That's the funny part. So basically, you make a whole bunch of firecrackers for the purpose of disrupting the sonar. That's the main purpose of these.
Yes, 360 firecrackers.
Gotcha. And then you made how many grenades?
I made 5 for Birch.
5 grenades. Okay.
Are there a use for high explosive grenades?
Oh yes, of course. So so basically you're thinking of like when you say high explosive, like what do you mean exactly? Because all grenades are high explosive.
2 charges of C4.
Yeah, those are just simply going to throw more of a concussive blast. They're going to cause more shockwave damage, but then they're going to spread that shrapnel quite a ways. But yeah, so it depends on how you want to make it, really. Because you could just make a big ass fucking grenade with a big thick iron shell or a bunch of shrapnel and 2 charges, and simply it's going to be a bigger radius. The biggest thing is going to be a bigger radius. If you want to do like a big ass fucking like popper that's going to deafen the fuck out of people and blow away windshields, you can do that too. It just depends on how you want to make the grenade, really.
Okay, if you throw a popper in an enclosed space, let's say a ship, would that concussive wave travel down the corridors?
It would deafen folks who were just in the alleyway. So these ships, their alleyways run in long strands down the ship, and if all the doors are open, it's going to be less effective the farther away, of course, but it's also going to completely destroy anyone, like even within like 30 feet of the blast radius. It just depends on if the doors are closed, where it is being thrown, who's around it, what's inside the area. But for the most part, it would do the effect of deafening the ship people, yeah. Probably blinding them too.
Okay. Hummel's gonna make 2 big poppers.
Roll for roll, please. Yeah, there you go, Birch.
Making poppers, huh?
Fucking the creepy pale goth uncle, yeah. All right, so 19. So yeah, you make 2 big, large poppers. What kind of do you want to do a regular pop fuse, or you want a timed fuse, or do you want an impact fuse?
We are in a ship. An impact fuse is going to be a bad idea. I feel like, because if I throw it wrong, it's going to hit something and then it goes off near us. So I'm going to do a normal grenade. I'm going to do a normal grenade fuse.
I would never completely concuss and blind and maim my players on the biggest ice. That'd be rude. Pummel that one. Fuck. Pink goes down. And that's how he died. Okay, so you make your 2 big poppers. You have your sonar disrupting firecrackers, and then as well as your 5 grenades. Anything else that comes to mind before the ATF finds your fucking GPS location?
Hummel's gonna clean his weapons, and he's gonna find Birch.
Birch, okay. So you're doing all the bomb making. Rue, you are tripping, correct?
Yes, for half an hour half an hour maximum. I would like to, if I can try and focus my high in any particular direction, I would like to focus it on the mission at hand on this boat and how we're going to make this happen.
So you're trying to force the drug to make you see a certain thing.
I'm trying to more guide it in a general direction. He isn't really worried about exactly what he's going to get out of this direction, but he wants to try and get it in that direction of the direct, like, immediate future.
I see. Okay. I'll give you 1 second here.
Okay.
First, go ahead and give me your grit save, please.
Oakley dokley.
As you go spelunking through the void of the mind. It's not fair! It's not fair! How are there 5 of those, dude? What the fuck? Dear diary, it's a bunch of bullshit. So you suffer you feel energized fucking going on this trip, apparently.
Hell yeah.
Go ahead and roll me trying to control the high. Roll me medical and brain power. It's kind of like I'm a professional.
I'm a professional. I saw my dad do this before he left my mom.
Fucking what? What did he mean by this? I saw everything, Karen. Everything. So, Jesus, you're so dumb. Shut up.
You're dumb. Fuck you.
You're dumb. Fuck you. So you're trying to focus in this drug's effects on a particular area. Why is that? Oh, she's in heat? I thought she was a spade.
No, we've been trying to get into a vet.
Ugh, all right. Well, let's make a note of getting her spade, eh? Okay, so...
I heard something about a horror council.
No, the wife called my cat a horror cat. She's in the heat, I guess. I thought she was in spade already. I guess I'll take care of that.
I actually wasn't that far off. Okay.
Yeah, not really far off, no. So, I want to see just... Okay.
You think cat girls go in heat?
Yes. I have enough experience to be able to say yes.
What if we had cat group but they aged the same rate as cats? Shut up, Twitter. Okay, so let's see here.
The man went to Hyperborea. Fuck my life, dude.
I never had someone try and like jailbreak their fucking Stargazer before. I'm trying to think how the fuck to make that work. I gotta check my fucking DC sheet real quick.
Okay.
Something similar happened in West Marches.
You know, I don't know.
Fun.
I shouldn't be surprised, but like, yeah, I constantly am. You know.
Yeah, I nearly got Cody with the demon that was inside, but that was okay.
I'm sorry. What?
So
don't worry about it.
You got a 44, which is off the extremely hard task. It's not fuck you, but it is hard, and you got it. You got it dead center, damn near. Phone me in a bit more on what you're trying to find here.
Any information regarding the boat itself, like maybe what's going on the interior, any direction that may either lead to good or ill that we may take, or maybe anything going on land that could be beneficial to us or hinder us in some way. Just sort of getting a lay of the land of what could happen in the direct near future.
Roll me one more medical brain power check.
Okay.
I might make this fun for you.
Brain power. Oh boy.
Did anyone else hear that really cool glitch that he just like talked multiple times?
Oh, didn't I?
No.
He like glitched out like dubsteps. You've been glitching out like a dubstep song.
I heard it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, it's like like He says it's
No, it
funny.
was Rube.
Also, you remember the concoction that Suki took and like foresaw how everybody could have possibly died in the mountains?
Yeah.
Just got to do that and survive.
Survive.
I don't think I want to try that. I think I'm
We
good.
also put him out of commission for like an entire 24 hours.
Yeah.
This one's
I don't think we can afford that right now.
This one is quite hard, actually. It's actually really hard.
Okay.
Okay. Give me three main questions.
Okay. Is there anything in the boat that we should know about that could have a direct negative impact on our infiltration? Is there anything happening on land that we could use to provide ourselves with some kind of diversion? Or is there anybody inside the boat of note who might be able to help us in some way, whether that be for negative or positive?
See, now I hear him cracking up and doing the whole dubstep thing. So it is him.
Yeah, I got
Really?
it too.
Yeah. I think you're too far away from your mic, and your mic is your fucking mic's noise gates turning on and off. A lot of folks, they keep their
Dude,
mic way
I'm
out
no
here.
further away from my mic than I usually am.
Oh God.
I don't know. I don't know, dude. All right. So you wait for the high to hit. You're in a dark closet alone, holding a knife, waiting for your high to hit. And
a knife and a storm fighter.
yeah. And you're waiting and you're waiting, and slowly you feel the crawl of time start slowly eking its way up the back of your skull and kind of finding its way inside you. But don't worry, it's wearing socks. It's not gay.
Great.
Yeah, it's fair to let you know. And you start to slowly become feigned in on a particular part of the ship's history. That sounds correct. Now,
Okay.
the whole thing goes blurry and odd and shush. No. Okay, now I get it. Yeah, she's being female cat. So I gotta tell the wife to put this thing somewhere else. Hold on. Put this cat somewhere else.
Put the thing back where you found it, or so help me.
I'm done streaming because that's gonna be quiet, creature. So you don't know where this is in time. You can't quite tell because it's very blurry. It's like you're seeing through jelly-covered eyeglasses. But slowly, ever so slowly, you start to coalesce back into a clear vision. And you find yourself standing on a concrete decked top. And you look around you and you see very odd, very, you could say, modern buildings. You see this giant metal construction poking out from a much larger, more fortified looking building that's covered in cables. In this big circle, you could say, or you could also call it a portal, is sitting halfway in the water. But there's nothing going on inside the giant circle this giant arm makes. And you're looking around, you don't see any boats near you. You hear the lapping of the water, the cry of birds above you, a high call, keening cry. And you're looking around, and you see just a bunch of big white metal buildings in concrete and these odd vehicles here and there. You have no modern knowledge. Give me brain power.
Okay. Go.
As you look left and right and up and down, you sniff, you snorf. The air is foul. The air is heavy with oil. This is not Scapiran Alara air. This air is older, more tainted. more human.
Oh, fuck. Okay. Looking around, is there anybody on deck?
At the current time, no one is by this port on the docks. You can hear a lot of clamoring and speaking to an area to your northwest, where you are southeast of. Well, you're southeast, standing on one of the pylons. So look by the incest picture. If you look for my little drawing here, the docks work like this:
Okay.
you have your main dock part and a pylon, a space, and a pylon, a space, and it goes over this way. You're over down here on this pylon, and there's no ships in any of these little docking spaces, but you hear noises over towards a lot more buildings that are away from the water.
And looking at that circle object, I'm a little bit confused about it. You said that there's some kind of arm reaching out into the water that has a circle on the end of it?
Do you have a mechanical?
No.
Ruby brain power.
Okay.
It's not Dick Cheney's basement. Good lord. 22. So you can tell this is some kind of engineering construction. It appears to be built much like, in your mind, how you would see a tower. It's built like a heavily fortified tower, but in some style that you can recognize. You do recognize a lot of these big, thick cables. You know radios. You have big, thick cables about this big around, all sneaking towards this big metal tower-looking building. And you can see a lot of the sides of the big tower appear to have either glass or some kind of partially see-through construction that may just be for looks. It may fill with light. You have no idea. And then kind of hanging off of this building, there's a lot of stuff attached to it, other arms and pulley systems and big boxes full of servos. Is this big arm that comes out and dips like this. At the end is this big giant hoop. Now, this hoop is huge. Even where you are, where you're standing in your height, you can tell that this thing is ginormous. This is a marvel engineering you're looking at here. From what you reckon, an entire ship could pass through that hoop and not even touch the top of it.
Let's see. So let me see if I've got this straight, just to make sure I understand exactly what's happening. I'm currently standing on the wharf. I'm not standing on the ship itself.
No, you're on a concrete pylon that extends out to create the docking areas.
Okay. Is it possible for me to try and get a little bit closer to the commotion while also doing my best to stay out of sight? I would understand that they probably wouldn't be able to see me, but based upon the older human scent in the air, Rue's putting 2 and 2 together, and he doesn't want to take any chances of anybody seeing him.
Be normal. So
Be normal.
No, not you. There's a cat. You
I know.
definitely walk out towards that area, no problem. That's not a problem at all, really. And this is how close you want to get.
Well, I want to try and approach silently and staying out of sight as much as possible. Like I said, I don't want to take any chances here.
Okay. Yeah, what's up? Okay. Okay. Apparently I got a sick cat. He's going to urgent care currently. Let's see here. Yeah, it is what it is. Nothing I can do about it. I had an appointment Monday, but she's worried about him. So I guess roll me stealth and cunning.
Okay.
Okay. So you're kind of slinking your way through this docking/wharf area. And despite being a literal ethereal presence of the mind, you're trying to magoo your way through this dock, and you do successfully do it. I hate female cats, dude. Yeah, there's urgent care vet. They do, like, if your pet's like in risk of dying, they'll take your pet and make sure it doesn't die. Look at them. So you see along what appears to be some kind of little rest area or like a hangout area. You see that there's a guy inside a little slot in the wall with a little awning hanging over it, working some kind of griddle or grill. You can smell the smell of cooking meat and melted cheese and what would be real human delicacies being made inside this little fucking cantina. And then sitting around all these chairs and tables, which are kind of haphazardly put together and mostly steel chairs and cable spools, but these are a bunch of human sailors. And you look around, and they're all humans. They're all humans. Some are holding cell phones. Some have things in their ears. These are humans.
Do any of them look particularly important and also talking?
They're all talking.
Well, in that case, do any of them look particularly important?
To you, you would be you'd be a fucking Skipiran. Technically, to you, all humans are important. Like,
I mean, yeah, but are they in uniforms? Are some of them in uniforms? Are some of them
they're
like
all in uniforms?
Slavers? Do any of them look like they have higher-ranking pins on their shoulders or on their lapels? I'm trying to find somebody who is like who might let something slip if I were to listen in on this conversation.
You don't have modern knowledge. Just roll me brain power again.
Okay.
Hold on, is this cat?
I'm not the best future scout, but I'm trying.
I mean, we'll be right back. This cat is going in the bathroom.
So I don't think we're taking the ship, King.
Why?
Try to blow it up. Fucking human occupied.
We literally killed like 100 humans already.
No, because hold on, I haven't seen the boat on this side yet, and I have a strong feeling
inside the
that I'm
room. The humans in there. The human. Speak to the human.
And I have a strong feeling that currently I am witnessing Earth. I am on the other side of the veil. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Am
Am I muted? What's going on here?
No, we
you're
can hear you. Sorry.
I'm just talking to you. Okay, so Rue, you see
Yes.
that one of the guys has gold on his lapel. That's the best you can really tell.
Okay. I'd like to kind of start walking down the way towards that tower with the arm with the circle on it, and try to listen in on conversation, see if I don't pick up anything that sounds important.
So as you're standing there, like, you're trying to hide still, or you're just gonna walk out?
Well, he's trying to be a little bit slinky. He's going to bring his cloak up over his head a little bit more and whatnot.
That's not how that ever. Like, just like you're in the modern era, put my cloak over my head so my ears don't stick out. Hey,
listen, they're coming back. They're going to make a comeback. Thank you.
Hey, buddy, where's the Ren Fair at? Nice fursuit. Like, you get like depressed. Like, you get persecuted in your fucking
bullied by the humans.
Yeah. So the human goes, from what I understand, they're going to send this ship through that big ring. And then it's going to be like every other thing they do to us nowadays. I guess we send some guys over and they'll never come back here. And then we simply wait for our turn. But, yeah, they sent through some ship or another. I think they pulled up one of the old mothballed ships and sent it through. I think it was maybe a Ticonderoga. I'm not quite sure. It's one of the old ships. They wanted to make sure they could get through. You know, like I'm sure that even they're tired of fishing all the bodies out of the water and having to move the wreckage out of the bay. But they're gonna sit. But they sent the Ticonderoga a few days ago. And I guess we'll just never see them again. Now you hear that, what do you do?
You mentioned a ship. I'm going to glance out across the wharf and see if I don't spot any ships that look like bigger or more imposing, more menacing than the others.
Investigation and cunning.
Investigation and cunning. No fucking way. Okay.
As you look around, you do see what appears to be masts. They're odd-looking masts to you, but they are the only tall things in the sky currently moving back and forth as if they're sitting on water. So you know there's ships to the east from where you are. If you know that if you keep walking down that wharf, you're going to see more ships. I'll say that.
I'll continue down the wharf and keep listening to conversations, see if I can't pick out names, particularly of boats or dates or anything like that. I'm still making my way towards that tower. I'm going to see if I can't get up into that tower.
Please stand by.
Okie
Jesus Christ. So as you're walking along, in terms of hearing people talking, I mean, they're talking over the place. They're talking about their lives, what they're going to eat later, how they miss the good old days, how they're pissed that, you know, their life has changed for the worst. You know, it's one of those things where the humans are clearly disgruntled with their current lot in life. But in terms of anything that you're really looking for, you can't really make heads or tails of really what they're even saying. Like you don't know what a Game of Thrones is. You're like, who fucking king is that? You have no fucking idea. And you're scared. And a lot of these words you just don't fucking understand. You know, you're just like, fucking what?
Fair.
Let's see here. But as you are walking down that lane there, hearing hither and dither. Let me find a good one. Yeah, let me find a good one. Let's see here. That's not the right ship. Google, you're fucking stupid.
It really is, yeah. It's all AI slop in the images tab now.
Yeah, I know. It's honestly a blight. To try to find
it really is. That and the AI like top search result thing, that thing's terrible.
AI is gonna change
I mean,
the world.
it makes for a good laugh. Yeah, it makes for a good laugh when they tell you to like eat a battery or something. But
okay, so you're walking.
It's just slop.
And you're kind of looking around, you know. You can't really tell what the fuck these people are even talking about. But you do see these ships slowly emerge around the corner. And the first thing you see is it's a big one. And you see this. And as you kind of look at this thing, you know, this is a huge boat. You hear a human say, yep, they really did just completely bring it out of museum status. It's running. They even got ammunition for it. This thing's ready to go, you know, like magic. Yeah, it was funnier the first time, wasn't it? But you see that. Do you know what you're looking at? If you do, just say yes. If no, say no.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm looking at exactly. I know it's a boat, but I don't know what kind of boat it is.
Here is
I'm not
another
really
feature
savvy on
for
that.
you to figure it out.
Let me see here. Oh, that's fucking lovely. Okay.
Do we understand?
Yeah, we understand.
Okay.
Fucking A, dude.
But they say, yep,
right.
They just they didn't even unmothball it. They just completely redid it. Like this is fresh paint. I don't know how they did it. We don't even make this paint anymore. They found some and they're gonna try and send her through. I don't know when, but you know how that fucking circle is. If it's not done correctly or if the timing's off, it's just gonna cut it in half like all the others. What do you do?
Am I able to see a name on the ship?
Can you read English?
I mean, I guess I could probably make out vague shapes.
is gonna get so hard here in a second.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, hold on. How many of these are there? One sec here.
I could always give it a shot to see if I can
Oh.
kind of sort of translate it.
No, because they're named different things, and if I get them wrong, it's gonna look fucking stupid.
Fair.
That's funny.
Yeah, you're breaking up hard.
You're so
Am
hard.
I?
You're so hard,
Yeah.
right, Naru.
I'm so hard. I'm fucking hard, bro.
I'm jacking it up so hard right now.
The fuck is wrong?
I'm
with
jacking.
my
I'm
connection?
jacking. I'm learning. I'm
Down
learning.
and up.
I'm jacking a regular. I'm jacking a regular.
Fuck. Okay. Yeah, it just keeps my ping keeps going up and down. I don't know what's going on.
Is your Steam updating the
Going
game?
up and down.
I am not updating a game. I'm not doing any of that. I don't know what's happening. It could be that I've got too many Chrome tabs open, but that's never been an issue before.
Too much porn.
Let me see here.
I see you.
I do not have any fucking porn open, Sonic. I will fucking stab you.
Sorry, Rule 34 art. I'm sorry.
That's kind of defensive there. Are you trying to hide something?
Porn this time.
This time. You're not gonna see me accidentally send messages to the wrong server again.
Okay,
To the porn server again.
one of these ships being called a museum ship is so fucking rude, dude. Like, I know what they mean, but that's not a museum ship. That's a wreck with a fucking viewing platform over it. That's not a museum ship. That's not a museum ship website. That's not funny. That's not funny. Well, the USS Arizona is a museum ship. Underwater, you fucking assholes. What the fuck? That's so mean. I can't believe they did that.
It's the fucking internet. Are you surprised? Come on.
Bro, like, it's technically a museum ship. Is Titanic also a museum ship now? What the fuck? It's underwater, bro. Okay.
I mean, it depends on who you're asking. It could be the fucking guys who went down there and got crushed.
Behold, the arrogance of man is a fucking crushed tin can.
That was 2 years ago already.
I know, right?
It really was, yeah.
Okay.
That's weird.
So unfortunately, this thing is in my list. But if you roll a 2, we're gonna ignore it. I'm not gonna pull the Arizona through the fucking veil. That'd be fucking insane, dude. Just imagine how evil the fucking Fae would be if they raised the Arizona, refitted it, and it had it get cut in half on accident through the fucking portal. That'd be fucking awful.
The Fae would do that,
It's so
though.
fucking funny, though.
What do you mean? Imagine how bad the Fae would be, Guard. You wrote that. Rush was
I
gone.
am absolutely not gonna pull in the Arizona for free. No, I'm not doing that. That is ripskiddly ridiculous.
I have an idea. You pull out the Yamato, and you make it into a spaceship, and you send it into space as humanity's last. Sorry.
I was thinking that.
You fucking dipshit. We arise the mighty Yamato. Is that one super, like, the one page really into Japan? We raise a Yamato.
Please tell me you know of the anime I'm quoting.
Yeah, I know. Space Yamato. Could you imagine that one Japanaboo Imperial Fae, like, we will rise again from the ocean's waves. We will sail through the ring. Like, Jesus.
I like to think he'd have
Can
a southern
someone mule
accent,
it in?
yeah.
Can someone mule it in?
It's like
Please?
a super hardcore Imperial Fae who, like, was in Georgia for the last 200 years. He can't drop the accent.
Guard, I just got paid. How much? How much?
Oh, hi, my fellow Imperious friends. No, I'm not saying how much, because when you fucks are gonna match it, I'm gonna have to write a bunch of fucking lore in it. Because this is the lore game, and I am not gonna fuck myself.
About Cletus the Tom Fuck who raised the Yamato.
Me with 3 cigarettes going like, how do I make this work in a story? This is insane. Because
His name is Cletus. He can't drop the southern accent.
but
He
unfortunately,
goes to Japan.
by my own rules, I said that only museum ships and mothballed ships can go through. But this is technically a fucking museum ship. Like, there's no fucking way, dude.
Oh dear lord.
The USS Utah is also a fucking. These aren't museum ships. These ships are sunk. They are wrecks, and they're being called museum ships. That's fucking insane.
Maybe
Yeah,
so they can have a
that's the
status.
hardest question.
Maybe because they're trying to keep people away from them. Like if they it's be considered trespassing, they can actually charge them if people like try and go to the wreck or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't want to fucking. I don't want to fucking have to raise a dead battleship because of fair assholes.
Did you ever? Well, the Chinese actually did that. Did you hear about the Chinese like picking up old World War II wrecks, like salvaging them?
Yeah, or scrap metal because they're dickheads.
That is awful.
And they come in parts and then haul it up and fucking.
What about Chinese Fae? Would they do it? Would they raise the Yamato?
Good quality American steel.
Fucking. That's the fucking Titanic. Don't care.
How would they even get to the Titanic?
I don't know.
A tin can.
I'm gonna
There's
give chat. I'm gonna give you 5 minutes until I move forward. Because if I go off on my own, and this is technically the time for y'all to do something funny, I guess. So we'll see. I'll give you guys like a little bit of timer here to see if anyone has the balls to even attempt to make me have to roll on whether the fucking Arizona comes back through the fucking veil.
It should be the Yamato.
Fucking Yule walks out. Why is both the Amazona and the fucking Bismarck in my fucking harbor right now? Is that the fucking graph speed? Doot doot. Like, where'd this come from? I don't know.
The Yamato's just flying over.
just a fucking Nolan over the ship doing the Titanic pose. Like Jack Sparrow.
Hold me, Rose.
The Black Pearl.
Hold on,
Dude, if I can find a Jack Sparrow cosplay in this ship, I'm gonna lose my shit.
Cody has just activated a
Chat,
wallet-shaped
I know that would
mule
be
potion.
funny, but we could
Not
also
the
mule in the
Arizona or the
Yamato or the
Yamato,
Arizona.
an evil
Don't do the Jack
third
Sparrow.
So Cody had a good start. I don't want to give you guys a number, like, because I know it'd be like there'd be like a fucking fusion mark of heat from the fucking mule potion chat as they like conglomerate all the little fucking money together.
You donate it to Twitch chat. Wars me. You donate. You hit the mule donations button, or donate,
Thank you.
and then you fill it out in the tip.
Thank you, Sonic.
War is me.
Thank you, Sonic. I like how he ignored the fact I was like ignoring, like I don't care, like streamer ignoring the like where's the donate button, and it plays like, oh, it's actually right down here at this coordinate at this grid square.
I'm the reason Chalk Dust went off the rails.
You really are, actually.
I know. I am so proud of myself for that. We got to meet Osen because of it. Shout out to you, Osen.
I like how Cody misspelled Yamato as Yamato as Yamato. That's actually quite funny, Cody.
Yamato get a hold of it, and they just changed the word on the side to Yamato.
Okay, I'm gonna roll for how many ships are there? Okay, so there are 5 ships. Okay, the first one you see, Rue, I'm gonna have you roll some dice for me, okay? That way I can blame you and not myself when it goes wrong. Let's see. Roll me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Roll me D10. That works out perfectly.
Okay.
Thanks, game. Son of a bitch.
What'd I pick? I want to know what I picked.
A boat I've actually been on, believe it or not.
Really? Oh wow.
Technically, I broke into this boat.
Okay, story. We need the story now. Thank you.
I was a little curious little guy. Okay. It's not my fault they didn't lock their doors. All right. I don't.
Jesus
They
Christ.
should have tried harder, okay? They fucking... Okay, so the
If I
first...
end up accidentally picking the Stennis, I'm gonna lose my shit and I'm gonna have to tell my brother.
So, where is my game chat? There it is. So the first thing you see is this boat. If you know it, you know. If you don't, you don't. But I've been on this boat before. I broke into that boat. I got into the fucking employee area on that boat. There are still powder bags on that boat. So let's see here. So you see that. You look at the name, because you can see the name. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 letters in the name.
Okay.
And you're like, You're looking at it, and it's like
a
weird tree, squiggle, 2 lines, squiggle, snake sign.
I know which one it is.
Uh-huh.
I know which one it is.
So you see
I
this
think.
boat.
Weird tree.
That's That's funny because I said it's brand new because they did technically just refit this fucking thing not too long ago, which is working out perfectly.
Oh yeah.
So
did I get it right?
Let's
I
find
mean,
out.
maybe. It could be that one.
Nice. I don't get it. The chat's like, huh? So
Oh,
you
it
see,
is
The joke is that I can't read English.
I know. So you see that boat now? Roll a d10 because there's
Already.
there's 4 more boats to go. Please don't be a dead one. No. 1, 2. Okay. Okay. Oh. That's a cool one, actually. That's actually fucking insane. Let's go. You see, it's actually quite fun for me. I'm having fun today. You see this one, and you can tell that this one is way bigger than the one beside it.
Uh-oh.
You see this. Roll d10.
Oh! Okay.
It's an aircraft carrier, ain't it?
Somehow they've duplicated
That's-
it. I'm just kidding.
Fucking
So go ahead and roll it again, because you can't duplicate
Okay.
that. That's fucking insane.
It would be funny, though. It's just replicated via mitosis.
Oh.
Are you just sending me battleships on it?
Yes.
This one. How about
He sent me the Texas now. He sent me the Texas. He sent me the foundation for the Texas. He sent me the USS New Jersey now.
Okay, you see this one. Now, I will say the first one only had 4 letters. It was a standing tree, circle, weird squiggle, squiggle. And the other one has the longest name by far. You're like, lines, squiggle, snake, snake, squiggle, half moon.
Mississippi.
No. Weird house, snake, squiggle, tree, squiggle. It's the longest name of all these ships.
Squiggle, squiggle.
Squirtle. Okay, so you rolled that one.
Oh.
That just scared the shit out of me.
One more?
Fucking drifted around the corner.
Cat's Tokyo drifting in the background.
I just heard this horrific scratching sound as he's just drifting.
D10 mims. D10.
D10.
Oh.
I already rolled an 8, I think.
Yep, so roll
You're
again.
playing Veil Riders in the gang, and we spend an hour, and he's just looking at boats,
Thank God.
1.
which is
Okay.
incredibly useful information that really needs to get back to me. in Veil
Looking at
Riders.
Yeah.
boats.
This is probably this hour of boat watching has probably been some of like the most productive things we've done with drugs.
Actually, there was Homo and the
Oh,
Bees incident where he dug a
Connecticut, New
trench and
Massachusetts.
shot.
I mean,
Okay.
we took down an army on drugs, so
Yeah.
But being able to let Veil Rider Command know exactly what ships are trying to fucking come through is pretty
Okay, you see
Pretty
this, you see just a big ass well previous just there's no things on it's not like the others. It looks more boring, more subdued. It looks
Okay.
more like a To you, it looks a lot like the galleys you guys use to transport things. It's got little circle windows on it, but it's nothing like the other ones. It's actually quite taller too.
Oh, sorry, Nessence. Yeah, you're right, Cody.
What?
He said, meanwhile, poor Nessence is sitting in the background.
Well, I'm trying
No,
to find him.
I'm vibing. I'm
trying
vibing.
to find time to pull him in correctly.
No, I know, you're good. I realize we're taking up his time. We're being
worry.
autistic about
Don't
boats. It's fun, though.
You see this one. And once more, please. One more roll.
All right, let me have a look-see here. Okay, yeah. A lot more toned down. That one's not quite as scary, but
Try
okay.
again.
I already rolled a 4.
Try
Already
again.
rolled an 7. That's a boat? It looks like a fucking mobile platform. What?
It's a boat. Don't talk down to it. It's rude. That's a boat.
It just looked like that weird that fucking platform that the Biden admin tried to build off the coast of fucking Iran.
That
It
sounds
fell
so
apart within a
mean.
week.
That's a boat. Like, yeah. And one more of these. So, you see that one. The name is 2 parts. You go, let's see here, squiggle, 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 and then like weird umbrella, squiggle, bent tree, squiggle, squiggle, sticks.
All right.
I don't know.
He'll try and commit what these boats look like to memory, as well as the words on the sides as best I can, and continue on my way down towards that tower. See if I can't get up in there and find like maybe a clipboard or something with information.
Mm-hmm. As you're walking towards the tower starts slowly pulling away and pulling away. And as you keep walking, the scene seems to shift and warble around you. Now, around this time, you're about 3 hours into your trip. We're back with Birch and Hummel and Moonin. Now, Birch, you were searching their personal effects, you said?
I'm getting a couple of the slaves together, and we're just gonna be going through, looking around for all the sort of hideouts. And as that's happening, I'm gonna be trying to get them to spill the beans on where those knives went.
Okay, so you're trying to coerce these slaves via fear to tell you where all the things are. I like it. I like it. I like it. So you're down so you're down the boat then. Hummel, you're down the boat. Moonin, where are you? Are you in the small boat?
Well, if Moonin's trying to pray to she hides, he's going to find someplace dark and hidden.
Okay. So everyone's in the boat, and one is high and unavailable at the current time. Nessence. Nessence. Currently, your character's mouth to mouth with a merman. There was no choice in this. It's what they had available. And you are surging towards the ship because this merman told you that he had the perfect place for you to go because they needed helpers on short notice. All right. They needed, to have a guy who knew how to do stuff. All right. Little militant guy. And the merman's like, hey, you fit the bill. He told you there'd be a girl mermaid down the water and he lied to you because, he's in a rush. So you were forced to go mouth to mouth with a merman, if you will. But you're being brought towards a boat. And after about a solid time underwater, not the greatest time having to like take air from a man who just ate like a bunch of sea garlic. But you arrive at a wooden boat. And the mermaid kind of takes you around the back of this boat, which is sailing, mind you. It is on the move. And it kind of pops up. It kind of like releases his lips off yours. And he points towards the little metal boat as they're swimming behind it. And he goes, okay, all you gotta do is go onto that boat and you go up that rope and they're right on that boat. You just go talk to him, try and find a harpy, and he'll fill you in on everything you need to know.
Well, I certainly hope this is worth my time. Certainly the trip over wasn't. All right, can you push me up?
Yes, and he kind of goes a boost you up, and he goes, by the way, the tongue was extremely unneeded. It kind of tosses you onto the metal boat.
That wasn't my choice.
So, in essence, you kind of on this metal boat. In essence, describe your character to the chat so they may understand what you are.
Well, obviously I'm a well-armed gondola, so... no, so...
He will stab you.
He's back!
Kellyan is an agradaling, of a slightly older than some. You know, he's in his relative 30s, so you know, not the youngest of all the gentlemen about. He has red hair and a trim beard. The first thing he would be doing is to check his very limited equipment. And of course, check his primary weapon that is hanging from his backpack.
Why don't you go ahead and describe your primary weapon?
It is a large metal object with several metallic fins at one end and a large pair of cones, shall we say. It is light green in color with some yellow stenciled human letters that he doesn't understand.
All right. So you are on the deck of the metal boat. You kind of look around and no one's here, you know, but you were told to go up the ladder of the wooden boat. But at the same time, like, no one's on the boat to greet you at all. You're just kind of standing there alone, awkward.
So, if I recall correctly, there's an M2 on this boat, right?
Yes.
All right, he's going to look at that. And of course, you know, the fact that this is one of the boats of the enemy. But seeing no one aboard, he will, you know, he will simply climb up the rope ladder. He sees no reason to check the boat. If there's enemies aboard, he's already dead.
Okay. You kind of, you know, you go up the rope, you come onto the deck, and you kind of look around. You can see that there are slaves in the rigging, and there's a slave on the wheel kind of sailing. And the slave looks at you, and it kind of like does one of these at you.
Hello there. I was told there was a harpy aboard.
I believe he is down deck.
Very well. To whom do I ask permission to be aboard, if I might?
Honestly, at this point, I have no idea. Just find one of the weirdos in the weird clothing, and you'll know. You'll just know. I hear someone talking to themselves below me, and I think one might be high on drugs in the closet.
Fascinating. There will be no issue with my presence here, I assume?
Again, I don't really know. It's been a pretty wild time so far here on the boat, and I'm just happy I'm still alive. Yeah.
You're happy you're still alive? Are others not?
Maybe, I don't know. We were going missing. I think that maybe the Himaharpy is eating a slave a day. I mean, we are quite meaty, but I don't know.
So this ship's been taken by pirates then?
I don't know what they are. They have, like, the new weapons and stuff.
I see. You don't know for sure where any of them are?
As you say that, Hummel comes skittering up onto the deck. Now, you just watched a giant Havader just skedaddle fucking trapdoor spider out in the cargo area. Give me a grit save.
All right. Do.
Solid 4. Okay, you've seen some strange things in your day. This is another strange thing in your day. Hummel, you see this man on your deck. He is very wet. His lips are very
Whoa!
purple.
Whoa! Wait! Who are you? Rue? Moonin! Birch! Intruder! Bark! Sorry, I don't bark. I'm sorry, I had to.
You see this
Okay.
fucking spider.
Upon-
You're like, what the
Upon
fuck?
that, you see a cowboy fucking dodge roll from like the stairs up the deck, and there's 2 revolvers pointed right at your head.
Almost
Now,
got
would you mind telling me who the fuck you are?
Would you do me the same honor? I was told you had requested aid aboard this vessel.
Oh, my apologies. He's gonna stand up and tuck his guns behind his waist there.
And
Now
Rock
Hummel
raise
falls
lowers
hand.
the all pike.
So we'll say
My
that.
name's Birch Cassidy.
I will say that as Birch did his fucking roll, rocks just came fucking flying out of your pockets across the fucking deck.
This elicits an eyebrow raise from Kellyan. All things told.
It happens. Alright.
I
Would you mind
see.
shaking my hand?
Kellyan will-
Cassidy.
Kellyan will step forward and extend his hand to meet Birch's. Kellyan,
Alright,
a pleasure to
Gillian.
meet you.
I offer the pleasure to meet you as well. I'm assuming Moonin, damn, went and talked to them fishmen downstairs and got a hold of you.
I would take it that Moonin is the harpy they discussed.
Yeah, he's our good old transracial Himalayan.
I'm a transracial spider. Sorry. God damn it, your accent. I am a transracial spider.
Did I hear the commotion guard?
Yes, you did for sure. Yes, you heard the fucking
Then I'll come up.
the barrel roll, the rock scattering across the deck, fucking Hummel barking. You know, you heard stuff.
And I'll go up too.
Okay. So you see this sopping wet. My brain is going numb. Kellyan, you are and Agardaling.
Agardaling.
So you see this soaking wet Agardaling man, holding what you know is an 81mm mortar shell. Worryingly, the mortar shell is marked as a Willie Pete mortar round, and it has dents in it where he has brained people with it. You count 15 dents, actually. That
Wait. I'm going.
Well, Hummel, you were freaking out and barking, so we weren't really looking at Kellyan.
I was gonna say if I noticed it.
Well, now it's all calm. Both Moonin and all of you would notice that he's holding a fucking mortar round as a mace. You see the face first. You're very polite, you know. The face, the shoes, then the mortar round. You know, you see him as a person, then what he's holding. You're all
My
refined.
eyes are up here, friend.
So-
That is a
Go ahead.
40mm mortar round.
No. It's. I'm pretty sure. Hold on. I'll double check what size it is. It might be an 81.
It's an 81.
Yeah,
It's an 81.
This is an 81. This is an 81mm mortar he's been using as a fucking two-handed hammer.
That is an 81mm mortar. What the fuck have you been doing with it? Hummel like approaching a stray dog, like that's like kind of feral, like starts wandering up to him with his hands out, like just give it. Let me make sure it's not armed, please.
Kellyan is going to move it slightly away from the spider. This is a weapon.
That is not a weapon. That is an explosive device. Okay,
It is,
one
it is
wrong
a
thing.
powerful human
Would you,
artifact.
Alright. Sir, have you been bludgeoning people with a mortar shell?
There's literally
Yes.
a piece of skull cap stuck in the metal. Where he's like, "Bwang."
You are aware that could potentially detonate, right?
I took that from the pin in the top, yes. But mostly, whenever I swing it at people, they run away, which is quite useful.
Would you like a less explosive melee weapon?
I would appreciate one in addition to my present, yes.
No. One wrong bang, and this guy's blowing himself and everyone else up. Can I at least disarm it? Can I at least do that? I know how to do that. Hummel, as he's got like a
This-
bunch of explosives like bandoliered across his chest.
No, I would rather you not. It is
First-
this. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
This artifact is blessed by human hands. See, look, this one this marking here. It denotes a powerful human capital of Texas,
All right,
and
guard,
I would prefer it not be altered.
can I roll demolitions and brain power to see what it actually denotes?
Sure, yeah, go ahead.
All right, cool.
First, let's find out why Elf is here.
Okay, so while Moon asks that, Hummel, this is a human-made mortar. It's marked in Texas. This is made by human hands, and you would know, Hummel, that it has 15 dents in it, and you're like, how is this not exploded yet? Like you see it as like a smear of blood and like a skull cap piece lodged in the metal. You can see where like the fins are bent from him grabbing it and swinging it. Like this thing should have gone off like 13 whacks ago, but it's still there. Now, Moonin, go ahead.
Oh, why is Elf here?
I was asked to be here by your fishy friends, one might say. They told me that there were individuals who were requesting aid, potentially in fighting the Fae.
Oh, so Elf is terrorist fighting Fae. Okay.
I prefer the term freedom fighter, but yes.
Yeah, they're terrorists. They're fighting for their freedom.
There's in
Oh, that
Taliban.
makes sense.
Listen, I'm
That'd be
not the Taliban. I am a proud fighter of the Mujahideen.
Moon's just repeating what fish folk said.
The Mujahideen. Samayid. The great aggravating fucking jihad across the veil. Anyway, go ahead.
Yes, I suppose that is the term that our opponents have utilized. Strange term, really. Mostly, we'd just be brigands, I suppose, if you wanted a pejorative. But yes, I suppose I'm one of those the fish folk identified. I'd use a more specific term, but I don't know it.
So what do y'all do? Hummel, I hate that PFP so fucking much. It's like,
So what?
Oh, the slaves were looking up at at Birch.
I get the fucking angle right.
You good?
Get a screenshot. There you go.
Screenshot.
Got it. Anyway, as you were,
They're just looking up at Birch like that. That's what Birch looks like.
So what help can Elf offer?
What help do you require?
Does Elf know about boat?
Yes, we are aware of the presence of the ship. It has put a slight damper on our plans, but we have opportunities as well.
What does
What
Birch
is-
think?
Well, always use more hands. I don't think it'd go amiss.
hey, don't you fucking dudes do it. Don't you make me to step in. Don't you dare. I don't like him. I want to work with him. Like, I swear to God. There'll be a fight.
I mean, Birch is the boss.
Well, clearly, if he's able to beat people to death with the mortar shell, we get him in some proper gear, he'll be kicking ass.
Can we please make sure that device doesn't go off though?
Now,
Absolutely, under one condition, you can keep that, but you're not using that anymore to beat people with it, and we don't got a mortar, so it probably needs to be deactivated. Is that all right with you?
I fail to see why any alterations would be necessary. It has served me well.
Well,
I mean-
our local explosive expert here says it could just blow up at any given time.
If
But-
so, why has it not done so?
But
You're
Hummel
lucky.
can blow up
Luck.
at any time.
You
I
are
assure you,
lucky.
it is. I assure you, if luck is a consideration, I have little enough of that.
That does not ease or assuage my concerns.
Mine neither. I will. Please don't make me wrestle you for it. I just met you.
Moon, roll me spellcraft and brain power, because one man's currently having his eyes rolling back as in a fucking trance.
I am? Okay.
So Moon,
I'm working on.
mooning.
Up show. Oh God.
Well, the mortar
Why
is
am I?
the I know all your friends nat 20s your first roll 1. So it's definitely a magical mortar. There's something about this mortar that ain't normal, Moonin.
Moonin thinks mortar's magical.
No shit.
Good safe magic.
Oh,
Safe magic?
Oh, for sure, Moonin. This is a very, very safe magic. Mm-hmm.
Moonin thinks
Okay, what-
mortar's dud.
What does Hummel think?
Hummel, you're not a magical guy, I don't think. Can you do?
I know magic.
Can you do the unmask spell?
No, but can I do brain power and using my demolitions using my spellcraft or something or magical aptitude?
Sure, have at it, bud. We'll just roll your demolitions and we'll add 4 to it manually with our minds.
Are you being sarcastic?
You wound me, sir.
So 25.
There you go, Nessence. So you like, and you're like, well, it should have exploded by now, even with the fuse. I mean, you're whacking things with a giant explosive, but there are 15 dents in it, and like it should have exploded, and you know, it looks kind of magical. You know, it's like you got a nice little vibe from it. Now you kind of want it, really, like magical explosive, like. Ooh.
Right. Okay. This would really be the good time to have a spell that like negates explosions, but I'll work on that later.
Oh, you are a practitioner of magics. I can certainly aid you in that.
Oh, okay. I kind of want to make like an inverse not an implosion spell, but like a spell that like it covers an area and makes it so all explosives in that area are inert.
I would say you would wish a layered field then, something that can reduce a wave, as explosions are, one layer at a time. That seems a reasonable approach, yes? Though
Yes,
much research would be needed.
yes, we'll workshop this. We'll workshop this. I like this guy. Just be careful with that thing.
I will certainly be very careful with it, yes.
And-
Don't need it going off on deck.
As you say that, like like you see Hummel has like 5 stick grenades, a shit ton of what looks like firecrackers on bandoliers across his chest. On his back, there's an undisclosed amount of C4.
With all due respect, I suspect you yourself are somewhat more dangerous than I. I think one flame trooper and you would make quite the crater.
Oh, Moonin
no.
agrees.
C4 is an inert explosive. You gotta have to. It's safe. It's not. Like, you
Kellyanne
can light it on fire.
Kellyanne points at the firecrackers. Are
Oh,
those?
these.
What are those?
Yes. No, they go off underwater, so they should be. Yeah. They should be. Everything on me is inert. It's got C4 as the main explosive. And some other
see.
stuff.
Yes, and this other stuff is all flame-proof. What? I know somewhat of this C4. We've used it in some of our devices. Doesn't it go off in the event of electrical discharge, I believe the humans refer to it?
Yes.
What happens if something strikes you with lightning magic?
Hummel's eyes all just like widen at once. Oh, we got to work on that spell. We got to work on that spell, and then we got to refine it into a ring.
Yes, that does sound rather useful. I would say something that more or less everyone within, let's say, a quarter mile of you should have.
Quarter mile, mile and a half. C4, you see, in this world, it explodes exponentially, so it just goes boom, boom, like. I'm joking.
I'm well aware. We recently put 5 bricks of it into a barrel bomb, and Yes, it was quite impressive.
Remember,
I thought
freedom
one thing
fighter,
was
not a
impressive.
terrorist.
No, okay. So what's your outfit like? Like, where do you get your C4 from? I'm sure I could help you supply and maybe train some of your troops to use it better. I've always kind of wanted to be a freedom fighter.
Well, if you're... I apologize. I should really ask all your names. I only know of Mr. Cassidy here. Who... It is a pleasure to meet you. As I have said, I am Kellyan.
I am Hommel. Hommel the Spider.
I see. And you are a pirate?
No, we are.
He has 8 peg
We're
legs.
the good guys.
You're regular
We're
guys.
good
He says,
guys.
looking at your good guys. I see. I too am a good guy, but that describes little. Oh,
Who are you fighting?
I am fighting the Fae and
Right.
many others.
We are fighting the Fae too, but of a much greater force.
Then your Veil Riders.
Hummel nods, but thumbs up and nods, but like kind of like shush.
I see. So, the Veil Riders are preparing a naval invasion? Your scouts, then?
Well, shit, we might as well brief him if he's gonna be rolling with us. We're currently a small ragtag group of invasion forces. This is a bit of a side mission here, but it's of, I'd say, equal importance to taking down the Apaches.
The what?
Well, they're like
Little bird.
big, angry human dragons.
Ah, yes, the Death Machine.
Yeah,
Yes,
They're
we're well
fucking
aware of
horrible.
them. Yes,
we had a smaller version of them. Rain Hellfire down on our buddy here. He used to have full metal armor. It took it right off.
yes.
alchemist.
I was in one of our bases when one of the Death Machines came overhead. Few of our buildings survived, and even fewer of our troops.
That's unfortunate.
It is the price of war. I was fortunate to survive.
Do you know where they're based out of, or do you think we could get in contact with their elements and like start sabotaging and making them busy while we go in for the kill?
I don't know precisely where they are. I know that that most of them are more focused on the invasion force to the north. Your people. Should we be discussing this on the deck?
No,
Oh,
should be under.
All I'll say is like,
Well, it's fine. Slaves aren't going to say anything.
Ah, I wasn't aware that the Veil Riders kept slaves.
We don't.
I will say one thing though, Kellyan. All the slugs appear to be very wary and afraid of birds at the current time. They're like looking a little way and shit.
Like they're like flinching at his movements and shit.
I see, yes. Should we go below decks?
Why are your slaves so flinchy?
Well, let's go ahead and just head into my person.
Yes, I see.
Slaves, back to work. Pass no mind.
Yes, sir. So you go to the captain's quarters. Do all you go in?
Not the captain's quarters, my quarters.
I go.
Okay, your quarters. Got you.
Is that one guy still tied up in there?
No,
Yeah. Wait, is he? Yeah.
So you walk to the quarters. There's just a guy laying there on like puppy pads in a towel, tied up like.
no. I guess Moon's gonna find a place to hide, but where he can see Rue's closet.
Got you. Okay, so Rue, back to you. You are currently tripping balls. You're sliding forward in time as if you're skating on ice as the world kind of bevels in and then bevels out in front of you. And you come back to a more appropriate building style that you're used to. You're on a wharf town. You can smell the far more clean air, the salt breeze. There's no disgusting oil smell or these smells that fouls your nose and most would you want to choke if you could choke when you're a spirit. But you're now standing on the Nari on the Lanari Wharf. You just simply know where you are as you kind of look around, and you hear you're kind of standing near a market area, and
Sorry, he just got back.
son of a bitch, I forgot he left. Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to
Anyway,
go turn off the water.
welcome back. Let's see if I can remember all it fucking said. So, Rue, back to you. You are currently still tripping balls, and you're kind of fading in and then out into a scene. Now, you arrive on a town that looks more like what you're used to. It's got very clean, salty sea air, normal buildings. Your nose isn't fouled up by oil and gasoline and the stank of the human world. And you find yourself in near a market area. On Lanari Wharf, you can hear the sound of the waves at the docks, and you're currently in the middle of the town near the market district. What do you do?
Does it look like there's any kind of celebration going on? Am I seeing any sailors or anything like that kind of walking around me?
Where you are is currently mostly just civilians going about their day.
Okay, looking out towards the wharf, can I see the boat, the Ticonderoga?
Do what now? Say it one more time.
Looking out towards the wharf itself, looking out towards the docks, can I see the Ticonderoga from where I'm standing?
Let's see if you can do this again, shall we?
Okie.
You're looking towards docks, which includes the greater sea area. Investigation brain power. See what pops up.
Ready. Investigation brain power.
Thankfully, someone else.
Thank God,
3.
it's fucking someone else. So 3. From where you are, you're looking around, and you think you walked towards the docks, and you didn't. You're now more into the fucking market area. And again, there's just more people running around here. Now, I will say where you are, you do see that everyone appears to be in a huge flurry of movement. Everyone's running around, gathering flowers, buying food, as if they're preparing for some kind of celebration.
Okay, can I pick out from any conversations what they might be preparing for?
With the 3, you're currently on the tail end of your high. You're like, you're like trying to focus in, and you just can't. You can't quite figure out what they're saying. It's all kind of muddled. They're kind of like fucking pointing down towards the docks and all that. Now, I will say,
down towards the docks.
Do you want to go to the docks entirely or no?
Well, I was going to ask if they looked like they were funneling themselves in any general direction, but if they're pointing towards the docks, that does sound important. In that case, yes, I will go down towards the docks.
Okay. As you're walking towards the docks, you hear what sounds like a scream. And you kind of look around, and you see something going on down the street. You see Southern elves in modern military gear, and you see them kind of falling or staggering backwards, and the crowd kind of suddenly picks you up in a way. You get kind of swept along with these running people. But as you're trying to focus in on this thing happening, you see what appears to be people in maid uniforms killing Southern elves. What appears to be a small team of them, about 3 or 4, going to work. And as you're kind of being kind of dragged in a wave of emotion and aura, more or less, down towards the docks as they're running for the help of the Southern elves, you get kind of spun around and you look around and you see the Ticonderoga sitting there at the docks. But you also see about 300 yards away a wooden boat.
Okay. Is it our boat?
Give me one more roll. You might do better this time, eh?
No.
No fucking clue.
I mean, it's a wooden boat.
I'm not
Like,
the boat
look,
dodgist.
a boat. You know, like that's a boat. I will say one thing though. The boat is sitting prow towards the shore because you did roll an 11, you know, and you only see the wooden boat. There's just one boat there, no metal boat.
Gotcha. Okay. Trying to think if there's anything else I can do. I'm being swept along with the crowd, right?
Yes, yes. You have about 10 more seconds of in-dream time to enjoy.
Okay. In that case, I'll look at the armaments of the Southern Elves. How are they looking? Like full battle gear? Are they? What kind of weapons are they packing?
They are in full professional battle rattle. These are regs.
Okay. And about how many are there? Just a quick general head count.
You see roughly 16 troopers running towards the crowd away from the boat.
Okay. Case, I'll let the dream go and take the information I have back to the party.
Okay. So you wake up around the time that Birch has taken Kellyan into his quarters. What do you do?
So I'll stow the knife and the lighter back in my bag. I don't think Kellyan needs to see me crawl out of a fucking closet, knife in hand.
Fucking running out of the closet. Ah! Just this like dehydrated dog man.
Well, yeah, you would be in my closet.
Yeah, he chose your closet. So as fucking Birch and Kellyan and Moonin kind of like go, and you know, Humble kind of walks in, Rue comes rolling out of the fucking closet, dehydrated and sweaty.
Jesus Christ.
I have information. We need to get it back to command.
All right. Write it down. We're going to have a conversation while you come down. There's a quarter bottle of wine on the counter right next to you. How about you just sip on that and get yourself nice and hydrated?
He's gonna take it. He's gonna fucking slam that shit back.
Full on water
He's
sweat.
fucking thirsty.
And then there's about half a bottle of what appears to be some sort of scotch they brought me in that cupboard right there. Now, as I was saying, Kellyan, don't mind him. He'll be normal eventually, maybe.
I see. This is the one that one of the crew referred to as tripping balls?
Yeah. I'm not sure why. He didn't say why, but he was.
I saw the future.
Yeah, he does that.
Kellyan will lean over to Birch and whisper, does he actually see the future, or is it just being high?
Oh, as far as I'm aware, he actually sees the future. But he has to get really fucking high to do it. Like, astronomically high.
It's a white feather thing.
Like, he's been tripping balls for hours.
No, it's only been like half an hour, right?
No, it's been about 5.
Fuck. Okay.
You were in there, buddy.
Now,
I had that knife in my hand.
We're like, all right. Besides the point. So this is Moonin. He is our radio expert / melee expert. Now that he's a he's a fucking Himalayan, so he does that. As you've already been introduced, this is Hummel, our demolitions expert. He is now a spider. This is how I met him. He was apparently not always a spider.
I was a Goliath once.
The noise.
But he stabs things and also explodes things. I'm Birch Cassidy. I'm a gunslinger / gambling expert.
Addict.
And then this is our
Gambling addict.
Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth, boy.
I'm just joshing you. I'm just joshing you. Don't worry.
And then this is our Rue. He heals us / does drugs.
And I'm a sniper. Here, have a trauma kit. And he's gonna hand you a full unused trauma kit.
You're just handing
Well,
like
I'm also
you're handing like black magic to a fucking peasant. Like, here you go. Like, whoa.
and
Yes.
Rue. This is Killian. He's a local, not terrorist, but freedom fighter who has come to assist us in our mission to take down the boat. So,
Oh, you're taking the boat down? Which boat?
taking down the boat. That big gray one off in the distance with all the missiles on.
Ah, what's a missile?
Well, so a missile is a
It knows where it's not because it knows where it is.
I was
missile
so
is
close.
usually a computer.
What's a computer?
It
Well,
doesn't matter.
It's a guided explosive that can shoot at very long ranges, usually miles at a time. Sometimes they lock onto targets and are very hard to dodge. Sometimes you simply plug in a coordinate and it blows it up. A variety of payloads, ranging from blowing up a tank to blowing up a block, and ranging to blowing up a city.
Sometimes
I
they
This
lock
one
on.
probably
doesn't
Sometimes
have
they
any-
maybe.
I don't believe this one has any city leveling ones, but I mean, we don't know what the Veil does to the missiles, do we?
Indeed.
Real talk, guys. We need to steal it.
Well,
Right.
Elian's
shit.
going to raise an eyebrow at that. You're going to steal that vessel.
Ideally.
The four of you, or 5 of us?
Well, yeah, pretty much.
They've got 6 more coming through.
I mean, shit, these guys have killed hundreds just by themselves.
We're Chuck one.
I fear your reputation does not precede you this far
Talk
south.
one together strong.
Right. That's
Aren't
good.
they strong?
I'm strong.
I
Heartbeat
mean-
strong.
Hell. How many pounds of C4 do you got, Hobble? I know it's in the, pushing 3 digits.
Undisclosed amount. Check DMs.
Undisclosed amount 37.
Or check chat. Sorry, I can't.
77 cherry bombs because I could and I wanted to.
15 pounds of C4. All right.
He's a small toddler
Wow.
of C4.
It's a good amount there. So, Kellyan, what do you do?
I was previously a bodyguard for a noblewoman. Due to certain circumstances, I am no longer. But I have reason to be unhappy with the Fae. I now serve with the Resistance in the South as a member of a cell. We were
Terrorists.
planning. We were planning an attack on Lunari Wharf to attempt to assault their garrison and gain more of their human weaponry from the armory there. But the arrival of a ship with more southern elves has made that difficult.
Oh, that'd be my bad.
You what?
Oh, my bad.
Well, I don't. Human music's weird.
I see. That doesn't answer a question, but I see. So, you intend to steal this vessel with...
Ideally.
I suppose I can ask the rest of my resistance cell to aid in that. We're not proficient with sailing ships, although I
have to be.
suppose one or two might know something.
Oh, this
But-
ain't like sailing.
Yes. But we the more important matter we could address is. Sorry, Gerd, you can't just do that to me mid. I'm trying to flow
sorry.
here.
Sorry. Go ahead.
You can't just kill me like that.
What happened?
I said I'm a DM at a funny thought. Anyway, go ahead.
Oh.
Yes. I suppose we could attempt a distraction. Try to pull some of the. We could have the merfolk attempt to contact my cell. Have them attempted the distraction we had planned.
Alright, so you guys were just planning a distraction with no fault.
No, we were planning to attack the garrison while the forces were distracted.
Alright, I see. The garrison being the boat?
No, the town garrison.
Oh,
Much smaller than the forces
not-
that arrived with the boat.
that's not as good as the boat.
Well,
Working with the
the
maids.
boat wasn't there.
Homeboy has a fucking
what?
mortar mace, bro. He's I'm doing my best.
Speaking of Rue, could you get this man armed, please? I know you. I've seen your damn collection.
Yeah, sure. And he'll produce a fucking what was it called again? A dancing blade from fucking Hammer Space and hand it to you.
Where the hell is he keeping that?
Don't worry about it.
You don't want to know.
He's got like extra arms and shit. I'm assuming he just holds it.
Yes, I noticed that. I noticed that.
Strangely enough, I'm the most normal one here.
He said, lying
Yes.
to his teeth.
Do any of you have some manner of ranged weapon? I prefer to be able to fire as I move towards a target.
Can you
I mean, could
use
you use a haymaker? He'll pull a fucking haymaker out of Hammer Space once again.
What the hell is Hammer Space, you crackhead?
Like,
so
cartoon
Hammer
term.
Space is like the inventory space in video games where the character is able to just pull a gigantic fucking hammer out of nowhere.
Well, it's
Hammer
specifically where Bugs Bunny keeps his hammers.
Yeah.
you still not get a card?
Well, I got a shotgun, 2 revolvers, and a sniper rifle. I can't give you a revolver. Anybody else have a pistol?
I'm
Well,
not
like-
well proficient with pistols.
What are you
Moonin
proficient?
has pistol, hands him to Nambu.
Awesome.
Kellyanne
Fucking
will-
Nambu.
Kellyanne will hold it in 2 fingers and hand it back.
You wouldn't
can
know,
sense the
Kellyanne.
shittiness.
You wouldn't know.
He does have 0 modern knowledge, so he doesn't know.
So to you, Kellyanne, it'd be like, ooh, human relic.
Yeah, fair enough. Thank you. But I have had some time with the human rifles, I believe they are called, and I have been long practiced with a bow.
Oh, I have a bow. Wait, hang on. Let me go real quickly over here. Hummel skedaddles over the side of the boat into the little boat,
8
pulls the
peg
bow.
legs.
You have a bow and arrows?
Yeah. Yes, I do. And Hummel reemerges with the bow and arrow from the other boat. Right here. I hand it over.
This is a strange bow. What do the wheels do?
Oh, the fucking compound.
I don't know. I think it just makes it shit harder.
Well, I'm assuming that the pulley system on each end of that causes more draw weight to be applied to the bow without needing to have as much draw weight actually pulled on the force of it.
Kellyanne will draw back the bow. Yes, it has a significant letdown.
Now,
Actually, rather nice.
It is a compound bow, so I'd assume so. Do you have any modern broadheads with it?
I don't know. Do I? God?
You were fishing with it. You had to have some arrows.
Yeah, I mean, you had some. You're not checking inventory, bro.
Were they broadheads? That's what I was.
They're modern arrows, bro.
Okay, yeah. I have
they're modern broadheads.
Okay, I don't remember. I don't think he gave me an exact amount how many I had. You just gave me the bow. You didn't give me any
That
arrows.
thing just summon arrows?
No, I give
Fuck
you.
yeah.
I gave you a number of arrows, you dick.
Oh.
Oh,
25
damn
or
it! You
something?
didn't track your arrows.
I forgot because I didn't expect to
Hold
use it. I was
on,
just
should
shooting
have
it.
that note somewhere.
You have one arrow that you have on your
I have
person.
one
Damn.
more.
You lost the other.
I have-
I have one.
I have one arrow. I think the fish lady took the rest.
You're gonna blame the
That's
fish
so-
people?
Find it
That's so
now.
racist.
That is so useful. All right.
I'm
Fish
sorry.
lady?
Yeah, there is a fish lady that like our lips accidentally touched and
Fish lady.
Yes.
Yummy.
Lucky you.
Fish lady.
yeah.
Kellyanne, didn't you have to do mouth to mouth with a fish man on the way over here?
You don't know that.
How on earth do you know about
You don't
that?
know that. Narc.
Well, I didn't see your boat and your sopping wet, and I know you don't breathe water.
I was brought here by the merfolk, yes.
So you did mouth to mouth. Now, was it a man or a woman?
I choose not to answer that question.
So it was a man.
Persuasion Moxie, Kellyan. I don't know. I did not tongue that merman.
Has Birch ever seen the Shaggin' Wagon?
What is my
No.
crime? Having a meal, a succulent mermaid
I
tongue
thought
meal.
so.
So, Birch. Roll me Moxie. Yeah, roll me Moxie.
I don't know shit.
He sounds pretty convincing.
All right.
My non-committal answer is very convincing.
Yes. All right. Okay. So,
Why would you not answer? If it...
maybe she wasn't pretty.
Kellyan.
But
How do you respond?
He's just going to dead silence. Just stare for a bit.
all right then. Rue, you had something to tell us.
Yeah, I've got information. We got to get it back to command. They're sending 6 more of those ships through the Veil.
Oh, are you fucking kidding me?
I am not. No. Let me see here. Fuck. He's gonna
So
pull out a piece of paper.
We really got to take this boat.
Yeah.
Holy
He's gonna,
shit!
he's gonna pull out a piece of paper and he's gonna start trying to draw each of these 6 boats as well as the symbols that he saw on the sides, and see if maybe Birch can glean something from them.
So,
Hypothetically speaking,
English,
you
so-
could mold them out of the earth.
you're on a
True,
boat.
but I don't have any Earth currently.
You're on-
Yeah,
you're on a
I
I'm
know,
on a
just-
boat right now.
Hang on. We could have some of the merfolk get us some sand from the bottom, and you could use that
You watch
to
Waterworld
mold-
one time, and you're like, we can go to the bottom of the ocean and get Earth.
the merfolks. Oh yeah, pressure.
Earth, I will make a gnome.
We can
That's
ask.
also sand, not dirt.
You can ask the
Yeah,
merfolk
same
for
difference.
soil. Bring me
Wait,
some
actually,
soil.
we're on a lake. No, we're in the ocean.
Yeah, you're in the ocean.
Moonin
not
may
only-
also be able to tell the tech.
Now, as Rue starts trying to spell these letters, Rue, I need from
Yes.
you crafting and brain power, and then for Moonin and Birch and Hummel, roll me language and brain power if you have it. If not, just roll brain power. Good God, Rue, you have one job.
Can I assist because I can read English?
You can't really help him read.
Well, I could
Well,
I could
now,
probably like adjust
look
the
who wants to play
characters. Be
too.
like,
Yeah, like I'm
Like,
starting
I
to
can-
make
I
symbol
I can
and
write
make
out
it look like that.
English alphabet.
Big fish man
Wait,
swims
yeah.
by
Make it
and blows
easier
kisses
for him.
Well,
at
still,
Elf Guy,
just roll.
remembering how nice the kissing was.
Either
You said language.
with language, yes. If not, just roll brain power.
I actually have language. That's cool.
Apparently,
Language
You can actually.
Kellyan, you hear like a light, weird smooching sound from outside the boat. Do you look?
Kellyan will look to the window or wherever he can see out.
The same fish man is swimming by the boat, blowing you a kiss.
Kellyan lightly knocks his bow with the arrow.
You just
Fuck you doing?
underwater, just gone.
Don't shoot them; they get angry. She tried pulling me in the water and killing me. I think. I don't know. It was rather traumatizing.
He says getting a boner. It was so traumatizing. Oh my god. Oh my god. I fucking love how much I hate that meme, dude. Okay, so you
I'm sorry,
draw them
sorry.
out. Now Birch and Hummel and Moonin, you guys are looking at it. And Rue is doing his best to figure out this fucking, like, trying to recreate this language he's done before. Does anyone here have modern knowledge?
I do.
I do.
But
Okay.
it does.
If you have modern knowledge, roll modern knowledge with brain power, please. We'll see what y'all drum up. Good one. Good one. That was bad.
Okay.
15. Good.
Wasted
8
all my
bad.
good rolls.
You
I
wasted,
rolled a 17.
wasted all your good rolls. No shit. Now,
That's a
Birch,
17.
Birch, you are the boat autist, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And I did specifically World War II boats, didn't I?
Up to Nam.
Up to
World War
Nam.
II through Nam.
Thank you.
All
Up-
of those
up to Nam.
boats.
Which is Sonic. It is a 17. I have a skill of
Pretty
60.
damn. It's honestly a solid range because, like, I'm pretty sure we still use Nam era boats occasionally.
Sometimes. There are some boats that are made in non. They're still afloat, depending on what they are. Just depends. So Birch, you're looking. Hummel and Moonin have no idea. Now it is still a 21. I have a scale of 60, and Rue is not helping with his fucking crafting roll, to say the least. He's kind of actually fucking you guys over. I'm going to say you recognize these words. I'm going to use asterisks for the ones you don't understand. Okay. Dun, 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 dun.
On the ones that I don't understand, is there any chance I could just scrap those and then try to draw it again?
We'll see. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
Okay. Fucking. Boop. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh shit. Oh yeah, and then there's just one name that's just like numbers and shit.
I'm talking. I'm like writing in late speak and bullshit.
Okay, so this. Oops, sorry, I fucked up the first one for you. Oh, it's shit. It's doing the fucking. Hold on. It's fucking trying to convert the fucking. Sorry, 1 second. I didn't realize I was gonna try and make the fucking words bigger with the fucking asterisks. So the percent signs are words or letters you can't figure out. I forgot that Discord would use asterisks for fucking word, italics and bold. Okay, so
Oh yeah.
there you go. So that's more like what you're looking at there, Sugi. So Sugi, fucking snake. Birch. So you're looking at that and you see those letters. I don't know if you're an actual boat autist, but that might help you out if you actually are. Now, Rue, you see how confused that Moon and Birch and Hummel are. And you're like, I fuck this. I will allow you to roll again.
Okay. Let me grab the brain power on my crafting roll. Let's see if I can do better than a 3. A little bit better, not by much.
Okay, so that's still better. I will allow Moonin and Birch and Hummel to re-roll their modern knowledge things. Sorry, language. No? Yes, modern knowledge.
In both, like one for language and
No.
second for modern knowledge.
Just modern
No,
knowledge.
that's
Just modern
applicable.
knowledge, yeah. Just modern knowledge. Okay, that's better, Moonin. I like it. Okay.
Damn.
Hey,
Okay.
damn.
Then just Hummel with a fucking nat 1, just picked his nose and shit. I like words. Hummel. You gonna roll Hummel? GM love you a long time.
It's like he hit P right back.
Oh, did he? Fuck, I'll roll for him then.
Okay.
I saw that DM essence. This is my cell. Jesus, man. I swear, if you do that, I'll fucking I don't know what I'll do. I'll probably give you a free level up. Let's see.
Will you
here.
tempt me?
Let's see. I want modern knowledge from him. Yeah, modern knowledge. Fat +1 from Hommel.
I don't know if I can play him as that much of a schizo.
I know, right? Okay. So you guys look at it again. And everyone but Hommel. Well, Hommel can see the same one. So you see. Oh, I gotta edit this message. Stand by. I'll edit it for Snake, and then I'll send it all to you guys. Let's see here. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba. Ba-da-bum-bum. Ba-da-bum-bum. Beep-beep-beep-beep-beep-beep-beep.
I believe I rolled like a fucking 90% on boats.
I know.
My modern knowledge.
I
It's
love
so
trains.
That is so useful. And I know 83% of Drunken Sailor.
Okay, so that's a message update for Birch, and now over to Hommel. He gets this. Hommel got the same one, but Moonin recognizes a few more letters.
Yeah. It's at the fucking Massachusetts.
What the fuck?
We'll write that down in Tonka.
Mass tutors.
You got the Massachusetts in New Jersey, and they're just trying to send them through. Alright. Fuck me.
That's what Moonin sees. So Moonin, you see the exact same thing. You recognize a lot of these names as not only as states, but Moonin would know that humans name their battleships after their states.
That top one, I'm pretty sure Moonin would have seen that word in that Western book he was reading.
Yep. So you would know the first
that
word
one's a given.
Is that
Can
one.
I draw the New Jersey?
That'd be modern knowledge. Oh, split roll. Split roll. Do you have crafting? You don't. Okay. Roll modern knowledge and brain power. Trying to
Could I help him with my crafting?
Sure.
That'll be a +2 to the roll.
Yeah, Moonin's pretty sure the first word's Texas.
Yep.
23.
Okay. So
I'm well aware of Texas.
So Birch and Rue start doing their best to recreate these ships. They are rough. Okay, one's from memory, one's from one memory, one drug-induced paranoia. So you're trying to flow things in. Birch, you realize that while Rue says that Texas had a tentacle, you know that's wrong. Ships don't have tentacles. And you're kind of planning out these ships. Now, as you guys kind of draw them out, Birch and Moonin and Rue and Hommel and Kellyan would know that these are large ships. These ships are larger than the Ticonderoga, which you're currently going to be facing down the way there. These ships, as Birch I'm sure will explain, are battleships. They are good
I'm just posting the picture of the New Jersey.
It's just
Yeah.
Birch says, I cast Control C. Fucking giant hologram pops up. But yes, these are very big boats. But Rue knows something. The rest of you guys don't.
Which is?
Let's see if he knows.
Yeah, alright. So they're sending fucking battleships through.
That they've been refurbished, that they are loaded with ammunition. They didn't give me a date on when they'd go through, but that they are usually crewed by humans, and that they don't go back through the veil.
I believe Moonin tried to say something. Is that correct?
No, sorry.
Okay. As you were.
They're being pulled out of museums.
Alright. So, the only way to stop this is preemptive strikes as they come through. There is no other way. Once they have established, it's looking like game over, man. Game over. All right.
Game over, man.
So,
Dude, I'm actually fucking stressing. I don't know what I'm forgetting.
Obviously, it's the fresh coat of paint they got. That's the most important detail.
Yeah.
That shit, fresh.
Were you not taking notes? Were you not
I am
taking notes,
taking notes.
Drew?
I am taking notes. I took extensive notes, and now I'm sat here thinking, wait, what did I not take notes on?
What color was paint?
I mean,
Paint
What?
color?
Color paint?
what color was the paint? I'm honestly drawing a blank on that.
I like how I give a player key information. He's like, wait, huh?
Well, and the thing is, you don't usually take note of paint. What color was the paint? I'm genuinely drawing a blank here.
Gray. I'll give you gray.
Gray. Okay.
Because
The paint was gray.
that's not the important bit.
Fucking scared.
Rue,
Dude.
okay, I
Was
made.
it that they got? Was it that they were magically enchanted to be refitted so quickly?
Rue,
Is there any chance that I could roll like a brain power save to try and remember what I'm not
Rue,
apparently not remembering? Yeah.
Rue. I think the important bit is that they're going to send these big ships through the Veil, right?
Yeah.
That's, I'm pretty sure, the crucial bit. It doesn't matter what kind of oh no.
Roll
They're
brain power.
big ships.
Just roll brain power.
Okay. Thank you.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I remember.
Oh.
God damn it. Nesson, send me a DM of what you think it is. Rue, you're having a brain fart. You know, there's something important about these boats, you heard. But, like, you're still a bit druggy.
Actually, you know what? I have an idea. I read something a little while ago that if you're having a brain fart, you got to walk through a door and back through. Apparently, for some reason, it sets things off in the brain. It resets some shit. So I'm gonna
We're
try like
Sims.
stepping through the doorway and back again to
We're
see if I
literally
can't
Sims.
kick that memory into gear.
God, we're Sims.
So,
Like in the Sims games, that's
but
oh god.
But the thing is, in essence, you don't know that information.
Yeah, no, Kellyan has no idea. He's vibing just like, yes, boat.
Rue, roll again.
Okay.
Well, I don't know how accurate my drawing was, but it looks vaguely like the picture I sent.
It looks vaguely like the Iowa. I will send Rue a DM.
Okay. Thank you.
I'll give you
Because
two-
I was taking extensive notes. I was sat here taking extensive notes, and I'm trying to like.
I'm trying to.
They didn't say anything about the success rate, did they?
That was the important thing. I've been biting my tongue,
You
but
in
that
essence,
was
yeah.
very
Like-
extensive.
like literally, it was like but they don't like, you know, the important thing is that they're going to throw these things one after another through the veil in the hope that one gets through intact.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah, I hadn't put that together in my head. I just thought they were shooting the shit about other
Yeah.
ships they'd tried in the past.
That's not
Yeah.
new, though. That's the same thing they did with the other ship.
Remember, these
Okay,
these-
well, yeah, and-
remember, a battleship is long. That's a lot
Yeah,
shorter
of
ones-
ship for something to go wrong on.
Yeah, so the Texas is probably the most likely to get through, which is less of a problem.
I mean,
Okay.
problem is that the ship's quite good at leaning and bombarding inland.
Yeah.
But it's still less of a problem than the New Jersey.
Brother, fill my hole with water. I wish to shoot higher.
So we got the Texas, the Massachusetts, the Iowa, the New Jersey, and the WDJ.
It's a refueler ship. Tender.
Oh, that
Okay, well.
would be useful.
There'd be a lot of money on that ship.
It would be so funny if that was the only one that got through.
Why is this
Like,
ship full of
yeah,
hot pockets and diesel fuel? What the fuck?
Is
Some
there any way I
pirate's
could
gonna have a
focus?
field day with that.
Hold on, go ahead.
Is there any way I could focus in on the sixth ship that we haven't named yet and see if I can't like make it more accurate? Draw the ship, draw the writing that I saw on the side, like trying my absolute fucking hardest on that one
I'm giving you two.
because I want to get that one in full.
I'm giving you two. I can't give you any more.
Okay. In that case, I'll draw my closest approximation to what I saw on the side of that boat, and I guess hand it off to the rest of the party. He'll say, okay, I think what we need to do is get these into bottles and ship them off with either the merfolk or the Yamato. Get them back to Veil Rider forces.
If we still had that messenger tube, this would have been a lot of work to get it back to Veil Rider Command.
If you're sending out messages like that, I would suggest a more, not secure, but I would suggest multiple copies at the very least.
Yeah, that was the plan at least. I'm going to make multiple copies of these.
Yes.
In that case, yeah, I'll get to work on that and write the information in specificity. I'll write something out and send it to you, Guard, okay?
Okay.
Have you considered a method to encrypt a message like that?
Yes.
Oh yeah, but they don't have the cipher.
It's all in Skibby.
Ah. Oh no, easy speak.
Rue.
Yeah.
Moonin has suggested had them send a radio reply this way, just with something to tell us command got it.
Yeah, you must have Texas, Ohio, like they received the message. They said Phantom Tax. They got it. So, as you guys are trying to plan out your, figure out what these boats are, yada yada, write out your messages. Time is casting on as they're going on here. Around 8 o'clock at night, you guys are within normal spotter scope distance from the Nari Wharf. So you guys are, I'll use Birch here, but you guys are about here on the line. So you're still very far away, but even a basic spotting scope, a long eye, can see Lenari Wharf in the distance. So you guys are close. Let's say about 3 hours away, dare I say. So you're 3 hours from Lenari Wharf.
All right, Moon.
So,
Are we getting intel? We're going right for it. So I don't think we need the intel at this point.
Well, is Chocolate going to try to get in contact with Killian's men?
Yeah. Kelly, can you arrange that to happen? Get that contact, get a distraction going.
yes, we can certainly arrange something, I believe.
All
I
right.
suppose I would speak to the merfolk in this regard. They seemed capable of finding me.
Indeed.
Okay. So, in essence, do you want to speak to the merfolk with Kellyan?
Yes.
Okay. Do you want to do it over the side of the wooden ship or down on a steel boat? They're like basically test levels. So, wooden boat, steel boat, water level.
He would probably want to go down to the steel boat. Just it seems more reasonable to speak to them on a closer level.
So as you're kind of going down the ladder, the merfolk do spot you. So as you land on the metal boat, and kind of walk towards the tip, there's already two merfolk standing there. There's an unknown male and an extremely fair-looking female merfolk that you would prefer to be having mouth-to-mouth with the entire ride to the wooden boat. But the male goes, we saw you climbing down the ladder. What do you need?
Kellyan will make a deep and very proper bow. Greetings. I was hoping that you might carry a message to my team, to the camp from which you contacted me.
We can try. Are they near the shore at least, or should we go yelling along as per usual?
We were in a small cove near the shore, yes.
Okay, it should be simple then. And I assume you give them the location of where to go.
Yes.
Okay. So what's your general message that they're going to send out into the void with these merfolk?
Did we say that I have made contact with a associated party that we are to proceed with the plan of distraction, but we have and all this will be encrypted with a one-time pad created with dice.
Gotcha.
That they already have
Mm-hmm.
the cipher to.
Gotcha. It's not just out in the.
So
It's not in the
Yeah.
open.
yes, it is all encrypted with randomization. So basically, he's going to write a note out via the one-time pad. Just basically saying, I have made contact with Veil Rider forces who are interested in attacking the large human vessel in hopes of seizing it. I believe that this will be beneficial to the resistance as a whole, and will provide a opportunity to seize a greater prize than the garrison's armory. I will proceed with another message detailing the time and exact plans, but prepare the distractions as we had expected. Ominous.
You guys worry too much. You're so worried. Relax. Goodness. These players having fun, right? Okay, so you send your message off. The merfolk take it off, and they start making their way towards that cove where your team or your cell is. If the cell is what you discussed, I need to know if it's a yes or no.
No,
Okay.
Funny as it would be.
So me and Nessus were talking about
Funny as it would be.
me and Nessus. So I told Nessus, if your cell is a bunch of fucking hand puppets, I will cry laughing. He's like, "This is my cell." Sweeps hand. Ernie, Bert, Elmo, Oscar, and Big Bird.
Much as that would be hilarious, I can't start him off that much of a schizophrenic.
Man, some players lack the passion. Am I right?
Look, I have plenty of time to become a lunatic. I have to start off somewhere. It has to be an arc of degeneration, okay?
So, Rue heard things, saw things from his little trip. You guys are about 3 hours out from being within proper sighting distance of Lunari Wharf. Out of character, how are your characters, your troopers, proceeding with their approach to the wharf?
So he would tell them about the maids' attack on Lunari Wharf, and he would also let them know about the 16 that he saw in full BDU on shore. The 16 soldiers that he saw in full BDU on shore.
Does Rue know time?
No, he's gonna shrug. He doesn't know for sure what time it's gonna happen.
Yeah, it would have been quite gray in your dream. Hard to tell. Well, dream, high,
Yeah.
whatever.
Did you say 16 or 60?
16. 1-6.
In full BDU.
Yeah.
I'm just doing some math.
Then he's also going to state that the wooden boat had its prow towards the shore, like was it docked or
Which? The wooden boat?
the wooden boat, yeah. Docked or run aground
You would have seen it at anchor.
at anchor. Yeah, it was at anchor, prow towards shore, the maid's attacking, and the metal boat wasn't there. So either we've gone inland somewhere or we've gone towards the boat.
Okay. So does Chakwin want to approach the big boat with the metal boat?
That seems reasonable.
That's gonna get us an in. Maybe just see the wooden boat approach, and it's not exactly.
Well, maybe the wooden boat could approach with the maids in it. The maids could, like, the slaves run the wooden boat.
We got the maids.
Moonin does have the call sign for metal boat.
Maids? What maids? These
Are mercs.
I see.
We have a
we
band of
made-
mercenaries that wear maid outfits.
Ah, yes,
Hired-
the 8th Staff Corps. I've heard of them.
They're there to protect our teleportation circle / bunch of supplies that we keep on hand.
Oh, they work for you.
For now, we paid them.
I see. Are these the same band that's attacking the wharf? I know they operate a large number of smaller units.
Probably not the same unit. I would imagine.
Suck my unit.
I think that what we could do is that we could have the maids, the slaves sail the ship to the wharf, dock it, then the maids pop out and start raising hell and a ruckus and attacking, while we go on and deal with the we go in with the smaller boat and deal with the bigger boat.
Not a half bad plan.
We act like we're responding. We go in, we get in close, we act like we're responding, and then we take the big ship.
That sounds somewhat reasonable. But we don't know when these maids will attack.
Yes, we do.
We do?
We do.
We do. Hummel's gonna parse out 80 guilders from his stash, and he's going to give them to Moonin and be like, "This is hazard pay."
What?
Have you ever talked to the maids?
No.
No.
When
we
we
have
talk
not
to
yet
the
made
maids.
contact.
No, okay. Well, I knew that, but I was just double checking. When we get in contact with our mercs, I was thinking that we pay them extra for combat.
Your mercs are here?
We can get to them.
I
I'm sorry to keep you out of the loop, but I've been told I'm bad with
Countdown begins to-
OPSEC, so
I see. There's something one must understand about operational security. If it impedes the operation, security does no good. You have to understand that.
it won't impede the operation. I'm just waiting for Birch
Oh,
or Moonin to say that I can tell them how we can get to the maids.
I see.
Well,
Kellyan
I
looks at.
figured he knew about the teleportation circle.
Oh, you have a teleportation circle. That makes perfect sense. Risky
Yes.
thing to put on a ship.
Certainly, but it's a risky thing to do.
Well, yes, one must take risks, but I would recommend against using that unless the ship is at anchor. At least if you're trying to bring something here.
Hmm.
That seems
Do you- Go on.
Well, guard, can I roll spellcraft to know if that's a terrible idea? To try to teleport to a moving teleporting circle?
Well, talking knife wielding gondola. Let's see here. Go and roll spellcraft and brain power. Sure.
Tommy?
Tommy.
I miss Tommy. You were supposed to give me another one.
Here you go.
I have a gondola now.
Ich habe gondola.
23.
You 1 second there, Nessence. How's your name
'Cause that-
so
'cause-
thin? There it is.
That just seems like a terrible idea to me.
Oh, Moonin agrees with you.
DM sent.
Yes, that seems like a terrible idea. We shouldn't do that. We should at least, unless the ship is at anchor, at the very least. Even then, I would not trust a teleportation circle on a heaving deck. Better that we sorry, anchor the ship somewhere to the north, make contact with my group, and then prepare a teleportation circle to bring your mercenaries into the fray.
That sounds like a good idea. Then your people can attack from the what is that?
Oh, well, what we were going to do was
East.
bomb the market.
Yeah, you attack from the east, and then our maids push in from the dock, from the wharf, and then we're putting them between. We're chaos.
Yes.
If your people need more explosives, I have plenty.
I will literally never say no to more explosives.
Right. Let's get this Can we just get this going? That's Sonic, the player, asking, please.
Well, it's like 10 o'clock.
No, I know, not fully going, but can we just, like, set ourselves up to, like, we dock the ship, we get on shore, we're gonna deliberate in circles for hours if we keep give you the chance to do
Can I
it.
please get a Batman swirl cut, please?
Can I please get a Batman swirl cut to us docking
Moonin,
on
Moonin,
the somewhere?
Moonin.
Now, once Moonin casts teleport circle, gotta move fast. If they are watching, they will see it like a beacon.
Definitely,
Oh.
but I think the distraction will definitely aid.
Then yes, we should anchor the ship some miles to the north. Have my forces prepare. Then once my men are away, you make your way through the teleportation circle. Bring your mercenaries from the north. Join us on the metal boat, and we make our way in through. As our distraction takes place, and we assault the metal ship.
Yes. Profit.
Sounds good.
Profit. Shut up. Okay, so how far from shore do you lads want to be?
At least 5 miles,
Okay.
because that is normal visual range.
We have the speedboat to get to shore, so it's not a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
So that's well within sight of shore, but it's not super close. You said 5 miles, correct?
Well, something like that. 5. I mean, aren't we only like we're 8 hours away? You said.
No, you're about 3 hours away right now.
Okay. Yeah, I mean the thing is, even a speedboat isn't that fast. So if we can get somewhere where there's some shoreline obscuring us from Lunari Wharf itself. At worst they figure we're smugglers and maybe care, but probably don't, because they're military. They're not, but sorry, I'm waffling.
No problem.
But yes, yeah, get somewhere near the cove. If we have a cove with decent anchorage where my people have been set up, then that would seem a decent place to stop the ships, get together, make the stationary circle, and then load onto the boat and do our thing.
All right.
Now, one thing we have to consider: do we have a exit route?
The boat.
Good route.
And if yes, like what do we do? Because if this goes Fubar, right? We don't want to go straight north, because then they're going to follow us to our, to our sailing ship, which is our way out, because the metal boat will be burned. They'll know what that is. If we play our cards right, the sailing ship will both be there because we can convince the slaves to hang around, and be a generally unidentified method of travel to, make our way further north. Or alternatively, we sprint back to the camp, to the teleportation circle, and get out that way. Because if we have the circle to bring the maids here, right? We can get out that same way.
True. As long as the teleportation circle goes unmolested, it should be a half decent exit route if we stay alive. That is. But plan goes awry, we'll just blow up the boat, and run like bats out of hell.
I mean, alternatively, we, if our boats are not an escape route, there's a forest to the east that we could conceivably make for.
Yeah,
That'd be likely.
Moonin agrees. If things go bad, hit the forest.
Yeah, honestly, boats are probably
They're
too
gonna be-
exposed.
They're going to be patrolling any sort of boatage, so definitely the forest route.
Yeah, that's probably better. Because I don't like the idea of fighting an Apache in a little skiff.
Most certainly would be a
Yeah.
fun time.
It would be a death sentence.
If Chalk 1 can get the big boat out in the water fast enough, we can outrun an Apache. But we do
No.
have to hit the water.
If we can get the big boat out, then our best bet, as far as I'm concerned, is due west. Just
Yeah, no, that's the
Net
idea. Hit
speed.
open water and try to
Figure out-
outrange the Apache.
yeah, figure out how to get the air defense missiles up and running, and kill anything that flies after us.
Yeah, that'd be the way to do it.
We are anyone is anyone going to come? Because I have ways of disrupting their sonar, so we can also have an attack come from the water.
Well, from his vision, it sounds like there's going to be distractions. We may not have to come through the water.
Oh, I know, but if
Water
we
is the best route because that gets us under some stealth, right up to the Aegis ship.
Yeah, I mean, like, mermaids could just, like, carry you guys, and I can fly up on deck.
There's also the speedboat is one of their patrol boats. We still have their call sign, and as far as I'm aware, it hasn't been reported missing yet.
Yes,
and we have ropes. We take the speedboat inward, but we have no plan to take it out with us.
Right.
No, assume to ditch it.
Yeah, we're definitely ditching. We get up alongside the cruiser. Probably have Moonin fly a rope up. I can use Fog of War to cover your entrance.
We don't need rope. Yeah, Spotted Boy right here. They'll carry you right up.
Yes, but how many trips is that going to take?
One.
You got that butt floss.
Moonin can fly. I can fly. We have a broom.
You can yes, one of those brooms. That's a which model is it?
Enough to get you on the boat.
True.
All right. Because I know some of them can only fly like 5 feet off the ground.
Oh no, this one goes like at least 30.
So I will say I did fix the brooms. They can go a vertical distance. So double check real quick. So I noticed that like people wanted an exact number. So I wrote that they can go up to 25 feet in the air. Up to so your top altitude is 25 feet before you add any more weight to it and all that.
Well, that should be enough.
Okay, now what's the height over waterline of a Ticonderoga class?
Boy, I wish I had that
less than
niche answer for you.
So let's see. The draft is 34 feet.
So it's not enough.
I believe not.
Did you do a kickflip? Okay.
It has been a long time since I was autistic about boats. I need to remember what beam and draft are.
Well, at the very least, Moon can carry all up. I got my cape, so I can just fly.
So, as you guys are...
Well, flying is a turn.
Yes. Yeah, so the draft is how much the vertical distance from the bottom of the keel to the waterline. Used to determine the minimum... Okay, so that's how deep it rides.
This ship is fully loaded full of fucking fuel oil, too, so we'll be sitting lower.
Yeah. Yeah, if she's fully loaded, she'll be lower.
The ass is fat on this ship.
The draft... So the draft air is how tall... So, what's the draft air of a Ticonderoga? Boy, I'm getting on a watch list, aren't I?
Where are magazines on Ticonderoga? Okay, so I'm going to rule that you're probably able to kickflip that broom and get onto the deck. At least the deck.
Broom.
All right, so we've
got
got
a tight little man pussy on you, don't you?
That's the wrong one.
So
Hummel.
I write up. So I write up with Hummel.
I have a
Noonan
spider. I
brings up-
can't.
Yeah, you can. What?
Can I ride a broom?
You run up the side of the boat.
Oh, walk up. Okay.
Yeah. Rue rides with Moonin.
I also have a solution of the spider climb,
Yes.
so
Yes.
could also just do that. I figured I'd just use my guard. I can use my cape to angle my launch to land on the deck, right?
I would rule that this just to how that thing works, you could probably mortar yourself onto that deck. Just don't miss. You will be rolling for ballistics because you are the missile.
No, that'll be cool. I'm gonna do like a Devil May Cry, like fucking, like shooting downwards, spiral down, like I'm Dante.
I knew you were gonna say that. I pull out both my Glocks and shoot the water. Splash. Why? So I want to ask you guys a few key questions before we end for the day. How far? Now you guys are gonna go toward. Now you guys want to go towards the cove to meet up, or a cove to meet up with the fucking freedom fighters, correct?
Yes,
Okay.
I believe so. They can provide security on the circle for, long enough for us to make it.
God.
There. Oh, yeah.
Yep, they're dead.
No, not they're dead. You guys start, kind of casting your rudder to go towards kind of go parallel the Malari Wharf and kind of find a cove somewhere. You sail for about an hour towards the shore, and it's quite hard to miss the sounds of a or a fuel powered engine coming your way. I want Hummel and Birch and Moonin and Rue and Kellyan to all give me perception and brain power, and then roll me investigation and cunning.
Nope.
This sounds so bad.
Bye.
Chuckles, I'm in danger. This
Now
sounds so
investigation and
bad.
cunning is the second.
Okay, I see a 20 in there. Good news. Damn, Birch.
Oh,
Negative 12.
oh,
Good one, bro. That's a good one right there,
Oh.
brother.
I'm gonna roll a skill I don't have. Sorry,
oh.
still new to the system.
If you don't have a skill, you roll the attribute attached to it. So roll me brain power and cunning.
Okay. And this is with a -5.
I'll do that manually in my head with a -5.
They got a 30 on their perception roll.
Yep. So your dog ears kind of perk up to the sounds of 4 fuel-powered engines roaring out in the distance. But the waves are kind of the waves are hard right now. The ocean's kind of rough. But
Else we got company.
God, you're
How far is it?
You're one short, Moonin. Yeah. So Rue, you can just hear the engines off in the distance.
Yeah, we got company. And he's gonna pull out his SVDM and sight out SVD and
Ooh.
sight out over the waves, see if he can't spot the 4.
Hummel pulls out his night vision goggles.
It is
It is getting kind of dark.
fair.
That's true.
Fair enough. I was
Oh,
about
it's
to
dark.
say
It's
it's
dark,
broad
wonderful.
daylight, and I was like, oh wait, no, it's like 9 p.m.
I know.
Hummel pulls
Kelly-
out.
I'm turning green. I see everything.
you-
The demons. Go ahead, Moonin.
If you want, Moonin can do invisibility and take to the air.
It's
Yeah.
up to you, but he is going to. All he's going to do is search out across the waves. He's not going to tell you to do one thing or the other.
Moonin
Ellio's
takes-
gonna go up into the crow's nest.
Okay, Moonin, go ahead.
Oh. Yeah, no, I'll cast invisibility, go up, see if I can see what's up.
Okay. So, Kellyan, you go up. Moonin, you cast, you go out. Hummel, Rue, you look on your scopes. You're scoping in. Rue and Hummel give me investigation and cunning as you look out. Same with Kellyan. Yeah, we'll be cunning with advantage because you're up top. And
My
then
God.
Moonin, you're going up. Moonin, give me the same thing: investigation and cunning.
I'm not
Hummel,
upset about the natural.
how many
20.
20s do you have today? Is that your 5th?
Yes.
He's such
I'm not upset. I'm just terrified.
He's such a greedy boy. He's so greedy. So Moonin, you see, so Moonin and Kelly, and you guys just know that it's a small ship. Y'all just take off. You guys just look. You see a small ship coming your way. Hummel, you scope in, and you see what appears to be a slightly larger version of the ship you guys got tied to your boat. This one is big enough to where you can tell it has a second deck onto it, but it's still small.
We are in danger. We are in danger.
Hummel passes it on. Hummel passes it on to Rue. Can I see? Can I see people on the deck? Like, do they look like they're Fae?
You do see people too far away to see what they are. I will say
And they're coming from...
is that only Hummel and Rue can see it at this clarity. I will send Hummel and Rue a DM. I love DMs. That's my favorite. So
Boy, is Hummel seeing the demons yet?
Yeah,
the demons.
Jesus Christ, the demons! Help me, Goofy!
Oh, fuck.
So, like I said, this is not a large boat. It is still small. It's still small. Okay, no panic. But there is the thing on the note.
On the front.
Yeah.
Hummel's gonna do like snipers talking to each other. Do you want me to? Do you or do you want me to try and hit the optics on that little gun on the front?
What?
It'd be better if I tried it.
You don't have to choose violence. This is we're ending it here. You guys can think it over, okay? Yo, Kobe over
Instantly bury this
fucking.
fucker.
It's just Hummel and Rue on a rolling wooden ship shooting over waves at a rolling metal ship. What could possibly go wrong? Kobe.
So
Get it?
we do have the master for this explicit purpose. Just gotta clean him up real quick.
Wait, has Moonin left already?
Yes.
Yes.
Fuck! I could have given him a brick of C4 and the remote detonator.
Moonin
That's
is
what I was gonna say.
Moonin is still in shouting distance. He'll probably hear you.
He's just above the ship.
Come here real
Moonin
quick.
also has C4.
But a remote detonator.
That is not what he has.
So Moonin, you hear me?
Moonin will land. I'll land back down.
I give him the 500-foot detonator. Yeah, it's the 500 feet. Where's my inventory? Where's my inventory? Ah! Yeah. I give him the 500-foot detonator. Here, put this on the, drop it on the ship if it's enemy.
This is risky.
You would have to detonate it, Hummel.
I know, I have...
You have to be within 500 feet.
No, not him. These are...
someone in that range.
Someone has to know the code. Set it off.
I'll give it to him.
I believe.
Someone has to know the code,
yes.
I don't believe they were coded to Hummel. I might be wrong. This is a long time ago. And I wrote down what the code was and what the things did. Like wet fart body panic trigger. That's written down. If they're bound
I
or not.
specifically remember it was anybody who does it.
Yes.
Because you were saying...
Yes, the wet fart.
You gotta pick something complex because you don't want somebody to just do that.
Bananas. You don't want that.
It's right eye, left eye, butterscotch, right eye, left eye.
You had it wrong. That's funny. It's butterscotch, low right eye, lower left eye plus word. So lower right eye, lower left eye, or just right eye, left eye, and then word.
So only a Havader can do that because
no.
You need the lower.
Well, no.
Oh, okay.
Because you guys only have two eyes. It's just default, like butterscotch.
Okay. So you could make one that is coded to a non-standard eye that a Havader could have.
No. There's another one. Or maybe I copied and pasted it wrong. There's a 500-foot one. The 1 mile one is the top butterscotch.
Yeah. Proper 1 mile, blood 2 mile, proper 200 feet, proper 500 feet.
Well, 500 feet with the code that I will find in the VOD.
It's yeah. Okay.
You didn't write it down.
The code.
I wrote it down, but apparently I wrote it down wrong. Apparently I wrote it down wrong, and I didn't. I was trying to keep up when he said the
caramel dance and turns someone's ring phone. Fucking your bomb detonates and
in the middle of the cafe. It'd be funny. Caramel dancing. Fucking, the terrorists are here. Okay, so
Get their
Wait,
weird
what do you need with Kellyan?
What a stressful Satsune Miku.
caramel dancing, not Kellyan. Kellyan dancing.
No,
Where am I?
No, I was responding to the terrorist.
Oh,
comment.
got you. All right.
Oh.
So we're in the game today here
Butterscotch fried eye left eye.
because we're almost at fucking 4 hours. So you guys have an enemy vessel heading your way. This one is small, but it is no slouch against your little wooden tinderbox. So, till next Friday, God willing, nothing else fucking happens in my life. You guys have to tangle with how you're gonna interact with this boat. There are combat ways, of course. There are also non-combat ways, of course. You are, I believe I said 2 hours from shore. You guys travel an hour. So about an hour, 2 hours from shore. That's a long way away. Okay. The explosions shouldn't be that big, unless you're not fucking huge, unless you're not like 4 bricks of C4 and you cause a fucking surf wave to lunge towards Larney Wharf. So there are ways to go about this. This boat is very valuable. This boat is sensor covered. Okay. Very small, but very equipped. So you guys have dozens of pathways you could take. Is it blowing up the easiest? Of course it is. But that's not very fun now, is it? So I will say is that you see the Crow's Nest machine gun up top, the big gun on the nose, and then the 50 cal on the rear, and then 240 and then 240 Bravos. This is for more or less a gunboat. This is a short shore patrol craft / light gunboat. So you guys need to discuss what you want to do. Because if you guys come at it different directions and they go, what the fuck? They're probably just going to sink your boat and watch you drown. So come with a group plan. Because don't give me wiggle room. Kellyan, you little cheeky monkey. Turn around. What are you doing? Don't give me wiggle room to fuck you over. Because I'm watching you closely. If you guys like have a different plan or things will match up with each other, no. You guys are going to get like fired upon by a 20 millimeter Bofors. So let's go ahead and convene for the day. Nice robot noise, Rue.
May I ask?
Go ahead.
May I ask one last question?
Yes.
Was I able to see if it had UN markings on it?
Why wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's.
I don't know. There's a chance.
It'll be obvious. Yeah, how they're marked.
Okay.
Let's see if any of my
And
pals...
it felt like a pertinent question.
Pertinent? Was it pertinent? Was it
Pertinent.
Was it pertinent? Hey, Baxter's up. We'll raid Baxter's.
Pregante.
Did you change
Pregante.
settings?
Did you change settings? Baxter.
Gotta leave.
No problem.
Yeah.
We'll see you next Friday.
Easy, man.
See you guys next Friday.
Slash
Good night,
raid
chat.
Baxter.
Good night, chat. Mwah.
Good night,
we're
chat.
not leaving yet.
Them merfolk down there have been swimming for days. And they're hungry.
Them merfolk are hungry for man meat.
De ungi.
Okay, so this is a message for the raid. Chat, we'll see you later. Players say good night. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, chat.
All right, off you go.